landing was a hoax.
Technically, the moon itself is a hoax.
Right, but betting with Sportsbet's new iPhone app?
I could do this standing on my head.
Thanks, Gravity. Sportsbet's new iPhone app. It's foolproof.
We're living on a disk, floating through space, with a tiny sun.
Hey, I'm FTFE and welcome back to the channel that does to stupidity what I do to my sleep schedule because I debate flat earthers that don't know how to use technology. If you keep an eye on the window behind me during this stream, you will see the sun come up very, very soon because it's already 2:08 in the morning for me. We'll be going over to modern day debates and debating Matthew about the shape of the Earth. This is going to be fun. So let's go and do what we need to over there. I'm going to bring this up here. And here we go. Guys, thank you for your patience. I really do appreciate it. Sorry for the wait. Not me, the Flerf. Enjoy the show. Hello, hello, hello.
Oh, sorry, we're doing our intro.
Can you hear me?
I was just trying to let Craig know we're starting. So yeah, go ahead there, Matthew. And yes, welcome back to the channel.
Hey, am I still live?
Yes, you still are. Sorry.
Okay, yeah. So just want to say basically, yeah, like and subscribe to Modern Day Debates, the best debate show I've seen so far. And want to thank everyone, Ryan. I want to thank you, Craig, Right to Flat Earth. Appreciate you being here. And anyways, what I want to do is I want to present some factual evidence as well as some predictions that destroy the globe theory. Okay? The factual evidence I want to present is this. Okay, the solar day is 24 hours, right? Allegedly, that's the Earth rotating, right? Spinning 1,000 miles an hour, right? That takes 24 hours for it to make its complete turn. Now, compare that to the sidereal day, which is the time it takes for the stars above us to make a complete rotation, right? Now, I wrote it down. The sidereal day is 23 hours, 56 minutes, 4.09 seconds. Now, excuse me, I'm a little winded. I'm walking at the moment. But what that means is there's a difference of 3 minutes and about 55 seconds. Now, the problem for the globe theory is this, right? How is it possible that the stars can rotate faster than the Earth? Okay, let me run that quick again. The solar day is 24 hours, right? The Earth making one turn. Okay, now the stars, their speed is faster than the Earth turning, okay? Now what that, like I said, the honest question for Globers is, how is it possible that the stars can rotate faster than the Earth, okay? Craig, we'll talk about that, man. Looking forward to your input on that. Okay, so that's factual evidence that destroys the globe theory, okay? I'm sure we'll have a lot of time to talk about that. Okay, next, predictions. Predictions that destroy the globe theory, okay? I was taking a look at the full moons, the coming full moons, okay? Of August and November. Now the full moon in November 15th. Now this is very interesting because this is predictions, right? The full moon of November 15th comes up at 6:14 a.m. Okay? The full moon rises at 6:14 a.m. And when does the sun rise? 6:24 a.m. Which means that in the eastern sky, right, that morning, we're going to have the full moon rising, and then 10 minutes later, we're going to have the sun rising. They're not going to be on opposite sides of the sky, okay?
Oh, good Lord.
Get what I'm saying here? Now, these are predictions. The source, if you want to look at, what I'm claiming, timeanddate.com, source, okay? Now, what that means for globe theory is that we have the full moon rising and the sun rising, and they're both facing the Earth. How is it possible that it's the sun illuminating the moon sending it back to Earth when they're rising almost at the same time? And I'm not sure when exactly the time will be, but they will be both in the sky together perfectly. Now that prediction destroys globe theory. Now let me run that by you one more time, okay? This is from my vantage point here, beautiful Southern California, okay? November 15th, 6:14 a.m., the full moon rises, okay, in the east. 10 minutes later, the sun rises. Now I could understand, if they were on opposite sides of the sky, right? Like if it was, morning time, and the sun was rising in the east, and the full moon was in the west. Yeah, I could understand why people might think it was, the sun illuminating the moon. But what do you do when they're in the sky rising together, right? So that's it. That's a big checkmate on this whole flat versus globe theory. I mean, I'm sorry to anybody who still believes in globe theory. I'm sorry, guys. Shit. I used to be a glober too. Used to love NASA. Used to, I still kind of like Star Trek, honestly. But it's just over. This globe theory, it's over. People don't believe it anymore. That's a blessing that they don't believe it anymore. So basically, that's it. I presented factual evidence that destroys globe theory, and I presented predictions for that too. And it would work on a flat Earth too, having the moon be its own light up there, and the sun, just being its own light moving over the Earth, just like the Bible says it does. So I think that's about it. Finished with my intro, and I look forward to a great debate with you, Craig. Respect you a lot, love your show, love your passion, and that's about it. I'm finished with my intro.
All right. Well, thank you so much, Matthew, for coming out to Modern Day Debate. And I know we had a few minutes to get you on screen, but we do appreciate you working through the technical issues and getting on the platform.
Can you guys see me yet?
We can't see you yet. Let me make the request for you to come on video camera. Maybe that will pop up in your notification bar, and maybe we'll get you on here.
No, I still only see the my email screen. It's very weird.
It's very strange. Well, it's working now, so let's not try to go fixing what's not broken entirely yet. Let's say. So thank you.
Oh yeah,
again,
this
Matthew.
is fine. And thank you very much for the time.
No
Appreciate
worries.
you guys.
Well, thank you, Matthew. And I will just say, welcome to Modern Day Debate, everybody. We are a neutral platform hosting debates on science, politics, religion. We do hope you feel welcome at Modern Day Debate. Take the time to hit the like button. And what we're going to do is go immediately over to FTFE's opening. So you have up to 10 minutes to make your opening statement. So go ahead there, FTFE, and the floor is yours.
Hi, thank you for having me on. I very much appreciate it. You know, it's 2:15 in the morning, but you know, it's all good. I always enjoy these debates, and I always hope that there's evidence for the flat Earth that is actually brought that I can debate against, but I don't think it was again. But anyway, a little bit about me. My name is Craig. I run the YouTube channel FTFE, where I debunk the flat Earth nonsense and other science misunderstandings. I have a degree in physics, I have a degree in nuclear engineering, I'm an ex-military nuclear engineer, I'm an ex-wind farm developer, and now I do this full-time because I'm physically disabled and it's a lot of fun. So, yeah, I think that I'm qualified to talk about physics, and I kind of I use this as teaching opportunities, really, which is obviously what I'm going to have to do here. The evidence that the Earth is a globe and rotates it's abundant. It's so obvious to see. You know, it's been measured that the Earth rotates. We can look at simple things like Bob Nadell using his fiber optic gyroscope to physical gyroscopes that can easily measure the Earth's rotation. We can look at how flight mechanics work and how pilots literally use a software called ForeFlight, which is a globe, to plan their great circle routes. You know, the evidence for the globe is, I don't have the burden of proof because it's been done, but I will present any evidence that is asked for by my opponent. But what I'm going to do for my opening is just kind of talk about his misunderstandings and the reason why he didn't really bring any evidence for the flat Earth. So the first thing he said was about sidereal versus solar days, and he asked how can the Earth rotate at a different speed to the stars? Unfortunately, this is just a misunderstanding of what a sidereal and a solar day is. So a solar day is the time it takes for the Earth to rotate on its axis. You know, 24 hours on its axis. The solar day is the time it takes for the Earth to rotate 24 hours relative to the sun. The sidereal day is the time it takes to rotate relative to the distant stars. So one is slightly longer than the other. A solar day is the period it takes for Earth to rotate on its axis so that the sun appears in the same position in the sky as it did the previous day. This is what our clocks are based on. A solar day is 24 hours. However, because the Earth is also orbiting the sun, it has to rotate a little bit more than one full turn to bring the sun back to the same spot. On the other hand, a sidereal day is the time it takes for Earth to complete one full rotation relative to distant stars, not the sun. Sidereal days are a bit shorter, 23 hours, 56 minutes and 4 seconds. And this difference happens because as the Earth orbits the sun appears to move relative to the stars, and the Earth needs to rotate a bit more to catch up to the sun's apparent position. So they're not rotating at different speeds. They're rotating at a speed relative to the Earth. And unfortunately, it was just a misunderstanding on your part of what a sidereal and a solar day was. The other thing that you said was about the predictions for the sun. So I want to quickly look at a little model. Well, a little model, it's called Solar System Scope. It's a model of our solar system. So let me just bring this up one sec. Get that there. Display one. Okay, so this is Earth on November the 15th, which is, I believe, the day that you said. So let's look for where the moon is over here. So Moon's over there. Okay. Where's the sun? The sun is over there. Okay. So from the position on Earth, we're going to see, if we're like over here on Earth, we're going to see the moon rise as the
You're
Earth
not screen
rotates.
sharing on my end.
Oh, I'm not. Sorry. My bad. Let me.
Hey, I can't see any video. Only thing I can see is my email screen. So you have to tell me what you're showing. I'm sorry to interrupt you, Craig. My bad.
Right. Okay.
It's just,
Okay.
I can't see what you're showing on the screen, man.
Right. Well, I'll explain it. Just so
Right,
can
we'll
you
give
see
you
it
back
now,
your
Matt?
time.
So can you see it now, Ryan?
Yeah, we can see that on your screen. Yeah.
Okay. So this is November the 15th, and I am showing the positions of the moon and the sun relative to the Earth on November the 15th. Okay. So if people are on Earth over here at this point, and I'm showing a 3D view of the solar system, Matthew, which you'll have to look at later. And as the Earth rotates, the moon is going to rise, and then as it rotates more, the sun is going to rise. But because the moon is directly opposite the sun, both will appear in the sky at the same time for people that are over this side looking out, but it will also be a full moon. And it's simply just the ability to think in 3D, which your predictions, you kind of used your predictions in it with 2D thoughts in your head. All you have to do is get a model like this called Solar System Scope. It's completely free, and you can actually have a look at the positions of everything at the same time. So it will absolutely explain why people looking out towards space will see both the moon and the sun at the same time. The moon will rise first, and then the sun will rise, but both will be seen in the sky at the same time whilst the moon is full. Being able to think in 3D answers that. So there is no issues with the predictions that you said. It matches the globe model. Both sidereal and solar day are explained by the globe model. Unfortunately, Matthew, your entire intro was simple misunderstandings of things and no evidence against the globe or for the flat Earth. So, as evidence for the globe, all measurements ever show the Earth is a globe. It's as simple as that. And I can present measurement after measurement after measurement. I can present the transcontinental triangulation of the American arc of the parallel.
Audio has cut out.
My audio?
It's back.
Oh.
You continue.
Okay, let me just check that my internet's okay, because sometimes it's starting.
You were
freaks
talking,
out.
and then all of a sudden it just.
Yeah, so I can present
Cyber
measurements. I can present measurements like the transcontinental triangulation of the American arc of the parallel, which was a survey across America, the entire continental America, and showed the curvature of the Earth to match the radius being 3959. There's also surveys done across India, across Great Britain, across Asia, and they all come up with the same thing. No matter who does the surveys, they show that the Earth is curved. And no matter how you try to measure it, you find that the Earth rotates. So that's my intro, is that the evidence is abundant, and I can go through it with you if you like, but your evidence was just misunderstandings of the globe model. Thank you.
All right, let's let Craig finish his intro there.
No, that's it. That's all really.
All right. Well, then that
Nice.
that seemed to roll just naturally. So, what I'm gonna do, just pull my imaginary broom in here for a second and do my housekeeping. I'm gonna remind everybody we are going to do Q&A at the end of our show here. So if you want to ask a question to one of our speakers live, make sure if you're watching on podcast form that you come over and you subscribe to the YouTube live channel so you don't miss out on these live if you're watching post this debate, because we do take those super chats and. Yeah, maybe you got something to ask one of these speakers that they don't think about and put us in some new direction, That's always fun. I've had super chats that last for 10 minutes because it just goes down a new rabbit hole. So, if you got questions, get them in. Let's go into open discussion. Go ahead there, Matthew. It seems like you've got some responses ready to go there.
Oh, yeah. Hey Craig, I like your intro, man. I really appreciated everything you shared in your intro. But you did not address anything that I brought up. You didn't address how it's possible that the stars can rotate faster than the alleged ball Earth. You didn't, okay? And the thing about the prediction, let me make a prediction. I couldn't see the video you shared, but it was probably some type of a cartoon animation, right? You did not address
it wasn't
what I shared. You did not address how it's possible
I directly
that the
did.
full moon and the sun.
Jump in here too.
I just need a little second here.
No worries.
You did not address how it's possible that the full moon, which should be facing the Earth, right? And it's rising 10 minutes before the sun, when it should be on the opposite side of the sky according to the heliocentric model. I think the misunderstanding is yours. I give it over to you.
Okay, number one, I showed the prediction. It doesn't match what you're saying. I showed the actual prediction. No, it wasn't a cartoon animation. It was an actual model of the solar system based on astronomical data. And it showed how both the moon and the sun can be in the sky at the same time based on the real-time data of what you would expect. The problem is that you couldn't see it, so that you don't understand. So before you say that it didn't do the thing...
It's not that I don't understand. You're just not explaining it. If you're so smarter than me, you can explain it to me. Because you can't just show a cartoon model, you know? They could show me Pokemon in my front yard. There could be a computer program showing me that there's Pokemon in my front yard. Doesn't mean they're there. Okay, I give it over to you.
Matthew, you noticed that you interrupted me several times now, and I'm doing my best to not interrupt you. So please do the same thing for me, otherwise you will get FTFE instead of Craig.
Right.
Okay,
you're right.
So
just to cut in here as well, when one of the other speakers talking, I know that you're making acknowledgement statements, but it does, because we're on the internet, it does just cut off the other person's mic. So even though I know you're saying like like let's just try to stay quiet while the other person's answering. So yeah, I'll hand you back over to you, FTFE, before we get off track here.
Yeah. So I directly addressed the things that you said. First of all, again, I will talk about the solar day and sidereal day. The stars are not rotating a different speed. They are rotating relative to Earth. The Earth is rotating at 15 degrees per hour. However, as it rotates on its own axis, it also orbits around the sun slightly. As our star, the sun, is closer to us, the solar day, which is 24 hours, is the time it takes for the Earth to rotate relative to the sun. Okay? However, the sidereal day is 23 hours and 56 minutes and 4 seconds, and that's the time it takes to rotate relative to the stars. So they're not rotating at different speeds. It's just that is them rotating relative to the Earth, and it matches the globe model. You haven't actually come up with an issue. You've just not understood what they are.
Go ahead there, Matthew, if you can still hear us.
All right, Craig, quit playing, man. Quit playing, Craig. 24 hours is not 23 hours. What is it? 56 minutes and 4 seconds. They're different.
Agreed.
And you know how different they are? Okay, I don't mind if you're interrupting me because you're agreeing, but do you know how beautiful that is in the system, that there is a sidereal day and a solar day? The sidereal day being quicker than 24 hours. Let me give you some education now, because you're probably not even understanding what I'm saying. If you look at the sky at, say, midnight, the same spot in the sky, every night at midnight, you will notice that as the stars rotate, they fall back 1 degree every night. So after 1 year, if you're looking up at midnight, that same area, the star will be there that you were looking at. And that is because there is a sidereal day. And I know we're just disagreeing about this. You don't think the stars are moving? I do, right? I'm explaining something that is destroying the globe theory. And you're just saying, I'm confused. I'm confused. I hand it over to you.
Yeah, so you are just not understanding the globe model. That is the problem. Again, the sidereal day is the time it takes for the Earth to rotate relative to the stars. It is slightly shorter than 24 hours because as the Earth rotates, it also orbits around the sun. So the stars... So the star's position moved relative to the Earth slightly, meaning that the day, sidereal day, is less than the 24 hours that it takes the Earth to rotate on its own axis. Okay? That it takes to rotate relative to the sun. The sun is closer to us than the stars. And we are orbiting the sun. So the star's position changed relative to us as we also rotate. Okay, here's a fun way to think about it. Imagine you're on a merry-go-round. The merry-go-round is Earth, and there are street lamps all around it. Those are the stars. As you spin around, it looks like the street lamps are moving, but they are actually standing still. You're the one moving. Now, because Earth is spinning on its axis, which is tilted, we see the stars appear to move in circular paths around the poles. For observers in the northern hemisphere, it's Polaris, and in the south, it's the crux. The entire sky seems to rotate around them, okay? Because of the Earth's rotation on its own axis. But again, it's orbiting the sun at the same time. So those stars shift position slightly. It matches the globe. There is no problem. It's just your misunderstanding.
Craig, quit playing. Did you just
Please
say
tell me.
Earth has
Don't
two
tell me to
separate
quit playing.
rotations? You think the Earth is spinning for the sun and it's spinning for the stars? I'm sorry.
That's a straw man of what I just said, dude. Please. Maybe I need to say it again. Can I have a minute to understand?
I'll let you clarify FTFE after he's done.
I get a chance to explain myself.
But he's just straw manned me totally.
Of course. If you can hold your thought there, FTFE, and we'll let him explain.
I'll explain to you that I'm not straw manning you. I actually listened to what you said, and I disagree with your explanation. You said the Earth spins, right? 24-hour day, and then the Earth spins relative to the stars. Are you talking about some type of time travel, Craig? Quit playing, Craig. No. Quit playing, Craig. Hand it over to you.
Number one, stop saying quit playing, Craig. You're just being obnoxious. Okay? Can we agree on that?
Hey, I don't know. I'm going
to ask you nicely,
Craig.
As a request for the remainder of as a remainder of this debate, stop telling me to quit playing. It's disrespectful.
Dude,
can I ask you that, please? Is that okay? I'm asking you nicely. Stop doing that, okay?
If it's offending you, I don't mean to offend you.
No, I'm just asking you nicely to stop doing it because it's obnoxious, and I am trying to be polite to you, but you are making it very hard.
I think Matthew's agreeing with you that it's fine if there's something that you're not.
Once again,
then we'll just. For the sake of politeness, we'll just carry on. And
Matthew, I'm going to explain it to you once more. And I would like you to listen. I won't say it anymore. I would like you to listen and then not strawman me afterwards. I can't believe I have to keep explaining this to you. The Earth rotates on its own axis. Okay? As it rotates on its own axis, it also moves relative to the stars because it's orbiting the sun. That means that as the Earth rotates, the position of the stars will be slightly different each time the Earth rotates, because it's also orbited the sun. That means that the time it takes for the stars to appear in the same position is slightly less than the time it takes for the Earth to rotate on its own axis, because there is two motions involved. Motion one, Earth's axis rotation. Its own, 24 hours, 15 degrees per hour rotation. Motion 2, its orbit around the sun. Those two combined make the sidereal day shorter than the solar day. All right? There isn't a disagreeing. That is the globe model. And if you disagree, you are strawmanning it. Okay? Over to you.
Did you just say you add time and it somehow becomes less? I hand it over to you.
No, I didn't. Okay. It's almost like you aren't listening to the words that I'm saying. Okay?
Play it back.
And no, I really didn't. And again, that's a straw man. I can't believe I have to keep repeating myself so that you can understand the words that I'm saying.
I'm working with you, Craig.
As the Earth moves around or rotates around its own axis, 24 hours, 15 degrees per hour, okay? It also orbits the star at the center of our solar system called the sun. Because of that movement around the star, which is about 1 degree per day, It changes the position that the stars are in the sky after one rotation of the Earth around its own axis by a little bit. So the stars will not appear in the same place because the Earth has moved in space relative to them. Do you understand the words that I am saying?
Yes, Craig, I understand the words you're saying, and I disagree with what you're saying. The times are different. The star's speed is different than the sun's speed. I know it destroys your model. I'm not trying to be offensive, but yeah, dude, there's no way you can defend against that information. There is absolutely zero imaginary physics, cartoons you can come up with to defeat that.
I just
How
did.
Is it possible
I just
that
explained
the stars no, because I'm sorry to interrupt you, but you contradicted yourself.
I did not.
Earlier,
You didn't
saying
understand.
there's two different speeds of the Earth.
I didn't.
Then you try to say the sidereal day is somehow because the Earth goes around the sun. But I'm
that's
sorry,
right.
Craig, that does not change the speeds of the observed lights that are in the sky above the Earth rotating.
All right,
I'm sorry.
I'm going to
Craig.
try once more. I'm going to try once more to explain it to you. All right?
Okay.
This is very, very simple. The Earth rotates on its own axis. It takes 24 hours. It's a solar day. So the sun appears at that point every 24 hours, okay? But the Earth is moving around the sun at the same time that it is rotating around its own axis. That means that, right, day one, looking at the stars in the sky, okay? The Earth has to rotate 360 degrees for that star to be in the same place. But during that 360 degrees around its own axis, it is also moved 1 degree around the sun. That has changed the relative position of the stars in the sky to the Earth, meaning that it only takes 23 hours, 56 minutes, and 4 seconds instead of the 24 hours to rotate relative to the stars, because there is a second motion involved. If you now say I didn't explain it, you are strawmanning me, because that is a perfect explanation. The problem is your understanding. Now, I would like to move on, as I have answered your question, and I also answered your other question.
May I have a chance to respond? May I please have a chance to respond?
It's up to Ryan, because at this point I feel like we've done this thing and you don't understand.
Just 1 second, both of you. So, yeah, if you want to respond to the point, I will say that it does seem like we've gotten out and maybe splashed in the mud on this one enough that I think everybody knows where you guys stand. But if you want to take like 15 seconds, put a bow on your position, and then if FTFE wants to push us into some new territory, if you got some new territory to push us into their FTFE, that would be maybe useful. So go ahead and put a bow on your thoughts.
Okay, just to put a little bow on this, the speed of the stars, they cover more length in the south, so they're actually faster. That's another proof. But yeah, I'm sorry. We just disagree, Craig. It's cosmological difference. I respect you, but I disagree with you, man. Okay? We can move on.
I'd agree with you, but then we'd both be wrong. The problem is disagreeing doesn't change facts. You just don't understand it. That's the problem. Disagree what you like, it's because you don't understand.
That's an accusation.
No, it's a fact. It's not an accusation, it is a fact you do not understand.
We disagree.
No, I don't disagree with. No, here's the thing. It's not a disagreement. You are just wrong. That's not a disagreement.
I don't want to put either of you on mute. I'm gonna end up putting all you guys on mute. Just 1 second. So, without doing meta-analysis, we can do that all day long in our own space and make content for days if we want to. But let's just get into the next example, if you don't mind, FTFE.
Yeah, right. So I talked about the fact that the Earth rotates, and it's very, very easy to measure and see. I mean, it's not only Globers that do it, but it's flat Earthers as well.
If the Earth is spinning at one rotation every 24 hours, that means that every hour it has to turn 15 degrees. And if the gyroscope is mounted anywhere on Earth, it's going to drift. In today's 21st century navigation systems, they're using what's called a ring laser gyroscope. It is extremely precise. If we could simply get one of these ring laser gyroscopes, we would be able to prove once and for all that there is no rotation to the Earth. One of the people in the community actually purchased one for $20,000. But what we found is when we turned on that gyroscope, we found that we were picking up a drift.
How much drift, Bob?
A 15 degree per hour drift.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
So yeah, thank you very much, Bob. What that shows is that it's not just
That's
globers
weird.
that can measure the Earth's rotation. It's flat earthers. That was Bob Nadell. Rest in peace, Bob. Sadly, he passed away just over a year ago. However, his contributions to science will always be noted, as he did confirm what we've known for a couple of thousand years, that the Earth in fact rotates. The fantastic thing is what he used. The ring laser gyroscopes are used millions of times every day. Every modern aircraft has 3 of them to determine yaw, pitch and roll, and it works based on its position on Earth due to its rotation. Wolfie 6020 used one on a toy globe on his desk to show that it is actually rotation that it is measuring, which I showed in one of my most popular videos. And one other quick thing, just before you respond, they didn't like this. The globers, the flat earthers, sorry, they didn't like the fact that Bob went out and measured that. So they said, oh, well, if we get a physical gyroscope, right, if we get a physical gyroscope that's not light-based, then it will show that the Earth's not rotating. So then they did this one, which is from Stephen P., who was a flat earther, which as soon as they turned this on, that he built himself, it also measured the Earth's rotation. So physical gyroscopes and laser gyroscopes both measure the Earth's rotation. It can't be flat and stationary if rotation's been measured. Over to you.
May I respond?
I just said over to you.
Yeah, sure thing. Yeah.
Is this like a second intro? I mean, I was waiting patiently, but I'm like, I'm probably never going to get a
Well, yeah, I
turn
just
if
said over
wait.
to you.
So can I respond?
I finished what I'm saying, and then I said over to you. Yes.
All right, 1
I
second.
studied the Sagnac effect and interferometry, and you know what I found? It's just a little computer box with lasers in it. There's nothing in it that like receives light. And you know what I came up with? I was thinking about it. Like, how is it possible that the designers of that device ever had a perfectly zero setting? Let's say if the Earth were moving. I don't think it does, but if the Earth was moving, that machine would be born more or less feeling that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So the interferometers can easily be denied any credibility because if the Earth was moving, it would have been born with that motion in it. So how would they ever be able to measure something different than what was already there? And you know what else is a very interesting thing about interferometry? You're telling me a little box with lasers can feel the Earth moving, but a helicopter can hover in place for like an hour and the Earth doesn't move beneath it?
Jesus.
Hey, I'm sorry, man. Craig, I'm just going to have to disagree with you again. I respect you, but Craig, I disagree with you, man. It's not my misunderstanding. It's
Totally
just
is.
I disagree with you.
Totally is your misunderstanding, sorry. Number one, a gyroscope isn't just a box with lasers in and nothing to measure. It's lasers, mirrors. It might not even be lasers. It might be another form of light. It's a half silver mirror to split the beam. It's a sensor to record when the light comes back. And you don't understand how they work or what the Sagnac effect is. This is quite obvious, right? So the way the Sagnac effect works within a gyroscope like this is very, very simple, okay? It fires, let's say, a laser, all right? And then that laser hits a half silver coated mirror, which splits that beam into 2 paths, okay? There's one path, but it splits the beam to go opposite ways around that path, okay? Of course, because the speed of light is constant, that means that the light, once it's split, will take the same amount of time to go around that path. And then it will hit the sensor, and it will record whether or not the lights come back together. Now, if it's completely stationary, then there's no reason for the light to take a different time to travel the path. But because the entire apparatus is rotating with the Earth, it actually moves the thing underneath the light as it's traveling and changes the physical length that one of the bits of light has to travel, and then when the sensor sees those light that has taken a different amount of time to travel the same path, it shows an interference pattern. The way that they test it to see if it's working or not is they can rotate it opposite to the Earth and see if they get a negative result, which they do. And then the helicopter thing, that was a silly thing to say. Helicopters use the atmosphere to hover, which rotates with the Earth. Ooh.
So did you just contradict yourself, Craig? You
Not
just
at all,
said
no.
it moves
Not
with
once.
the Earth, but not the
let's give
little
Matthew
box
some
with
time to respond
lasers.
there.
Yeah, please give me a moment here. Thank you, Ryan. So you just contradicted yourself again. You said it goes with the atmosphere.
Helicopters,
Everything moves
yes.
with the atmosphere, right?
Helicopters,
The
yeah.
only thing that doesn't, the only thing that can feel the motion of the Earth is like a $20,000 little box
No.
with pre-programmed stuff in it. I'm sorry, Craig. It's not my misunderstanding. I disagree with you. Okay?
You disagree
I
because it's a
disagree with you.
misunderstanding.
We can move on. We can
so
move on.
helicopters.
I can tell this is going to be the
So
same
helicopters.
thing. It's gonna be the same thing.
So helicopters use the atmosphere to rotate, to hover, and the atmosphere rotates with the Earth. Okay. There's nothing
what does the box
different.
do?
So the atmosphere
You just
rotates.
contradicted.
So the atmosphere rotates with the Earth, and the helicopter is moving with the Earth. However, the box, yes, it is rotating with the Earth. That is the point. However, the light inside that has been fired moves separate to the Earth because the light is traveling a path from the original position that it is fired. So as the box travels with the Earth at 15 degrees per hour, that light has been fired at a previous time, and it changes the amount of time that it has to take to travel the path because the path becomes longer because it is moving. That's the point. Right. Because it is moving, the light can tell because it has to travel further. It is your it's not disagreeing, it is your misunderstanding. It's as simple as that.
I think you put a bow on that one. So just as earlier,
that's
where
over.
that you
but
pushed
one more thing, just
That's
one
over.
more thing to add to it. One more thing, sorry.
I've
got one more thing. I'd like to just. I would just like, I'd just like one more thing to add. I would just like one more thing to add before we continue. I would just like one more thing to add. Right.
I want to push it, so
right. I've got one more thing to add. And he said the only thing that we can use is a 20,000 thing with pre-programmed. No, you can build a gyro compass with a couple of bottles and a bit of metal, stick it in your sink, and it will do the exact same thing. So your premise is wrong.
Hey, what if I use a bottle of water? What does the water do in there? It's flat.
No, it's not. It's level.
Hey, we don't have to keep going on that, Craig. We disagree, okay?
Because you're wrong. That's why we disagree.
I feel personally, I think you did contradict yourself on everything we've been talking about.
No, that's because
so
you
far.
didn't understand anything that I said.
Oh,
and anyone that understands it, anyone that understands it knows that I
no
didn't contradict myself. Anyone that knows what I said knows that I didn't. Anyone that understands the word knows that I didn't
we got
contradict
two
myself.
different views
both
of
of you.
reality,
All right,
man. We
we know
got two
that.
different views
Yeah,
of
one's
reality.
wrong, one's
One
right.
second.
Mine's
One
right,
second.
yours is wrong.
All right, wait 1 second. All right, I put you on mute. Sorry, FTFE and Matthew. I don't want to put you on mute because I'm afraid that if you can't get back into the Zoom chat, you won't be able to take yourself off mute.
Hey, I'll be good. I'll be quiet.
Yes, behave, fellas. So, we did it earlier. We allowed the conversation to move into some new territory when a speaker wanted to move along. So, Matthew said earlier he wants to move into some new territory. So, I think you guys, once again, you've been able to air out where you disagree here, where you might not feel that, the other person has answered your questions. It's very normal, like I said, that you're not going to agree with each other, whether it's your approach or your ideas. So, Matthew, go ahead and let's push into some brand new territory.
Matthew, can you give some evidence for Flat Earth? That'd be great.
All right. We're going to go where no man has gone before. Just kidding. I do love Star Trek, okay? But anyway.
Which one? Which is your favorite Star Trek?
Man, I love all of it. Side note, Craig, the further we get from Gene Roddenberry, the worse the Star Trek gets. Could you agree on that?
His original vision contained a lot of problems, but I don't know. New Trek isn't too bad.
Nah, new track is crap. I mean, that's how I feel. The further you get from Gene Roddenberry, the worse the Trek gets. But anyways, let's go a different area. Let's kind of take it down a notch. Let's slow it down a bit. I was thinking this. Okay, two things. If the Earth was flat, what would it look like if the Earth was flat? And if the Earth wasn't moving, what would that feel like? Hand it over to you, Craig.
If Earth was flat, there wouldn't be horizon. If Earth wasn't rotating, there wouldn't be a difference in weight between the poles and the equator due to centrifugal force cancelling out gravity. Next.
I kind of feel like if the Earth was flat, we wouldn't notice any curvature over, say, like 1 mile, 10 miles, 100 miles. I'm curious.
We could measure it.
How much curvature should exist over 1 mile, 10 miles, 100 miles? What do you think?
Every 69 miles, there's 1 degree of curvature.
That's not what I said. How much should be there between the points?
I just told you exactly answered
Like
your
if I'm
question.
looking-
Between
Craig, you gotta slow
every
it down for me.
69
If
miles is 1 degree. That's the answer to your question.
Watch, if I'm looking at something like 30 miles away, how much
About half a
curvature
degree.
should be there?
About 0.5 of a degree.
But what does that mean?
It means that's half of a degree. 0.5 usually indicates half of something.
How much is the circumference of the Earth?
The circumference of the Earth is about 14,000 miles, I think.
So, did you say 14,000 miles?
Wait, circumference.
I thought it's closer to like 24. Yeah,
let me just check
under,
my
globe theory. You know what I mean? Not under, reality, but how
sorry,
much
about
should be on the
25,000 miles. Sorry, not 14. About 25,000 miles. Apologies.
Yeah, dude. See, you tripped up a bit.
I said the
But
wrong thing.
my
That
point-
doesn't matter.
my point
It's still
is,
69 miles
how
per
much
1 degree.
curvature so can you compute the consequences of how much curvature should be there between 1 mile,
Yes.
10 miles, and 100 miles?
Yeah.
Give Craig a chance to
big-
respond.
How big should that
again,
be? Like a hill?
So the answer to your question again is 1 degree every 69 miles. That is the answer to your question. That is how much curvature there is. There's no other way to answer your question.
Put
That
it
is
in
the answer
feet.
to your question. You don't
I'm an
measure
American.
curvature in
Can
feet.
you put it to feet or kilometers or something?
That wouldn't measure curvature. Those are a linear thing. If you want
But if
curvature,
the-
we
if
need
the
to
Earth is
talk
a
in
ball-
degrees or
listen,
radians.
Listen, if
yeah.
the Earth is a ball between 2 points, there should be curvature. That's my point.
Yeah, which you measure
How
in
much
degrees,
should
not
be
feet.
there?
Yeah, I just told you there should be 1 degree every 69 miles. 1 degree of curvature per 69 miles. That is how
But
much
can
there
you
should
put
be.
that? Can you put it to miles?
No,
I'm an
because
American.
they're different. Americans use degrees. Don't worry, that's not a confusing thing for Americans. However, degrees and like measures circles, kilometers and miles measures kind of straight line distance. So your question doesn't make any sense. Could you articulate your question in a way that makes sense and I'll be able to answer it?
Yes. Can you use miles, feet, and inches to describe to me how much curvature should be between 2 points, distance 1 mile? Distance
No, because
10
those are
miles,
not things
distance
that donate
100 miles?
No, because those
So
are
you're
not
saying you cannot.
those are not units that donate curvature.
Are you saying you cannot, Craig? Is
Those-
that your final answer?
They are not
Tell me.
units. They are not units that donate.
Final
Are
answer.
you going to let me answer?
Is that your final
Are you
answer?
going to let me answer? Or are you going to keep talking when I try
Yes.
to answer you?
Dude, I'm
Right.
on the edge of my seat for your answer.
All right. The answer, and please listen to this, is the Earth has a curvature rate of 1 degree every 69.1 statute miles. Did you hear me?
I heard you.
There we go. There's the answer to your question.
But no, you didn't. I said between 1 mile, 10 miles, and 100 miles. How much curvature in feet, inches, or miles should be there?
Feet, inches, and miles are not the correct units to measure curvature.
Craig, I don't think
I was in the
there's
middle of
any
talking.
curvature.
I was in the middle
Okay,
of talking.
Sorry, I'm hearing
yeah.
you. I'm hearing you.
Let him respond
Right.
there.
So
Go ahead,
to
Craig.
answer you again, feet, inches, miles are not the correct units to donate curvature. Are you asking me what is the drop from a tangent point?
I don't know. It's confusing me. I'm just asking you
I know
simple
it is.
questions, and if you don't,
You're
know the
asking
answer,
questions that
just
don't make
say it.
sense.
So you're saying my questions don't make sense?
No, it's similar to asking how fast does something spin in miles per hour. That's not a question that makes any sense because you do not measure rotational
But
speed.
it's relative. It's relative. You could use relative speeds.
I was still talking.
Okay.
Okay. Again, it's not relative. You cannot measure rotation in miles per hour. That is a linear thing. The same way you cannot measure curvature in miles, feet, or inches. You would measure curvature using degrees. The question you are trying to ask me is, what is the drop from a tangent point over a certain amount of distance? That is what you would use something like 8 inches per mile squared for. That is not curvature, that is drop from a tangent. The problem is you don't know the questions that you're trying to ask.
Okay, then answer it then. Now that you know my correct question I was trying to ask,
the answer is a drop from a tangent point at sea level will be about 8 inches per mile squared.
Oh my God, there we go. Slam dunk, Craig. Love you, Craig.
All right.
Slam dunk for Flat Earth.
Well, no, that matches the globe.
Listen, let me give my moment. Hey,
go ahead there, Matthew.
There is zero curvature over. When I go in the hills and I take my P1000 up there, my Nikon P1000, I could zoom in on cities that are like 30, 40 miles away. And there is zero curvature. And the ocean, and that's another problem. When you look not just to boats on the horizon, when you look as far as you can to the left and as far as you can to the right, you also notice there is zero drop tangent 8 inches per mile squared. So
and how did you measure that exactly?
For Flat Earth, you just put the nail in the coffin of globe theory.
All right.
All right, go for it. Hand it over to you.
So number one, you can't use 8 inches per mile squared unless you're at sea level. So I don't know what you're talking about. That doesn't match anything that you've just said because you said you were up a hill. Therefore, 8 inches per mile squared doesn't apply. Number two, show me these pictures and point out how they don't match the globe predictions. Number three, how come the bottom of stuff disappears the further you go away from it? Because the Earth is a globe. Number four. I'm still speaking. I am still talking. I'm still in the middle of talking.
Let him respond.
Okay.
Number four, the horizon only happens on a globe. There's no reason for the horizon on a flat Earth. Everything you just said matches the globe. Just saying things does not make them true.
One thing at a time. You got to understand, first of all, number four, you got to look up what visibility is. Visibility is a thing. Okay,
yeah, I'm aware of that.
That's number four. You're asking why is there a horizon? That's such a low-level question because the sky is not perfectly clear. Okay, when the sun is far away, the sky becomes opaque, and we can't see forever, Craig. And what were the other ones? What was number three? Why do boats disappear bottom first?
Why do lots of things disappear bottom first when you move away from them? That was the question.
Hold up, brother.
I was just telling you the question because you asked.
I think he's trying to hold on a second there, Matthew. I think he's just trying to clarify his question. So go ahead.
Yeah, you asked me what the question was. So the question.
I'm going to cook you every
number three. The question was why, when you move further away from things like buildings and stuff, when you're on the sea, does the bottom of them disappear? Before the top.
So cook you on number three. Hey, did you know that a small wave in the foreground can block something huge in the background?
No, it can't. That's not how that works.
If a wave is, did you just say it cannot happen? That a small wave in the foreground.
I was in the middle of responding. I was in the middle of responding.
No.
I was in the middle of responding to you.
Craig. I'm in the middle of responding.
But you said something, and I was in the middle of responding to you. Moderator, can I get a chance to respond to the thing he said, please?
Everybody, honestly, let's just take a deep breath and just, like I say, let's just try to reset the tone for a second.
Every time I try to respond, he interrupts me.
If there's a clarification that can be made just as a natural part of discussion, I think that's okay. You are talking about the position that he's putting forward. So, like I said, unless you're talking specifically about your own view versus like saying like this is what your view entails, it is fair to let somebody clarify. Just as part of discussion, we can go through two and one.
So he said the thing about the wave, and then I was in the middle of responding.
We're going to let you respond for sure. It's just a matter of, like I say, we want to get clarification so that you're not responding to the wrong thing, because I think that's what FTFE is.
Yeah, and I was in the middle of responding to the thing he said about waves, and then he interrupted me whilst I was responding to that. He needs to practice some self-control. It's incredible.
Right.
So a wave, if you are taller than a wave cannot block anything. So if you are 6 foot and there's a 3 foot wave, there will never be anything that will be blocked by that wave that is further away from you, because you're taller than the wave. That's not how that works. Only if you are below the wave could that happen. But if you are above the wave and you're above most waves, that's not going to happen. Plus it happens on C state 0.
May I respond?
Yeah.
Hey, may I respond?
Yeah, I was literally about to finish.
You know when things get far away, they get smaller, Craig.
No, they don't.
They
appear to get smaller.
I'm 6'3", okay? If I was like 100 feet away from you, I would be like smaller than a grain of sand, or if I was 100 feet away from you, I would be like nothing.
No, you wouldn't
be.
So
we're talking about
you would appear to be smaller
over great distance. Yeah, I'm sorry, but your example failed.
All right, let's
your example failed.
Okay,
so what were the other two?
To respond to that,
I want to cook you on all these points.
Let me respond to what you just said.
We're going to get through all of them,
if I can respond,
there's going to be some back and
what
forth,
was number 2?
So to respond to what you just said.
Go ahead.
So to respond to what you just said, no, you don't get smaller. You appear to be smaller. So still, it doesn't matter how far away you are. That 3 foot wave will never go above you, no matter how far away you are, because you don't actually become smaller than the wave. So no, a 3 foot wave will never be able to block a 10 foot thing, no matter how far away you are from it. That's not how that works.
Okay, Craig, I'm sorry to tell you, but not only do I disagree, man, I'm just going to tell you you're absolutely wrong.
No.
You are absolutely wrong about your theories about why a little wave
doesn't work.
Block something huge in the background. Right. And when I told you the example of me being 6'3", right? But if I was 100 feet away from you, I would not look big at all. You said, no, that wouldn't happen. You've just contradicted yourself.
No, I didn't. Oh my God, you have an English comprehension of so little. Right, can I get Mod? Can I get 1 minute, please, to respond to that?
Insult me. Hey, Craig.
No, it wasn't an insult. That was a fact. Your comprehension is incredibly small.
No
insult. Without getting into meta, and
can I please have 1 minute to respond?
Let's stick to the point. And as per usual, if somebody asks me for a minute, you can ask me for a minute, Matthew. I'll give you a minute. So FTFE, if you want to respond, and maybe, like I said, if we can try to push this and maybe not stagnate a little bit, because it seems like we're just going in circles on this one. But
I love it.
I just want to point out.
Great, but a full minute.
So 1 minute without him interrupting, that'd be fantastic. Right.
Okay, a minute.
And then we'll get the same.
I got into 2 seconds and you interrupted. Amazing. So you are 6'3". Okay. Well, let's place a 3 foot person 100 meters in front of you. All right. And then another 100 meters away, you're going to place me. All right. So you've got me 100 meters. In front of that is a 3 foot person. Then another 300 meters away is you, a 6'3" person. There is no time ever where I will not be able to see you at 6'3" because there is a 3 foot person in front of you. It doesn't matter how far away I go. That 3 foot person will never cover you unless I go below that 3 foot person. Me at 6 foot. No matter how far away I go, that 3 foot person will never cover you if you are 6'3", because they've still got a line of sight. You don't physically become smaller than the thing in front of you. That thing is still smaller. Light will still travel over it.
5 seconds.
I'm done.
All right, 1 minute on the floor.
Okay, I don't know. I'm going to have to disagree with you, Craig. I think the 3 foot person, if they were closer to you than I was, they might block you if I was far away. You got to remember how perspective works, I'm thinking it could be possible, like if we were all standing in a line and I was way far away, and you guys were like, he was on in between us. I think it's possible. I mean, I'm open to it. I mean, maybe people could do some type of experiment. That'd be a cool video. Maybe I'm
gonna
wrong
break out
about
the
that,
crayons.
but I know for sure why the bottom of the things disappear. It's because there's waves in the foreground. Like if someone's on the shore recording, yeah, there's waves. There's tall waves. So yeah, something like a small wave could block a boat in the background. That could easily explain why the bottom of something would disappear when it's like far away. Like a boat on the water, right? Didn't you say that's how the flatness should be measured?
No.
No, but unfortunately on land also there's no curvature. On the water there's no curvature. So I'm sorry, Craig, that the globe theory's dead, man.
All right.
Dead.
So Craig is drawing a diagram here, and he's probably going to describe to you, Matthew, what he is putting on screen. I'm going to remind our audience that I did put a poll in the chat, and right now, as it stands, we have on our poll, the Earth is flat. 31% of you voted flat. 57 voted a globe, and 11% voted it's a donut. Halo World. All right. Maybe it's tasty. Maybe it's a Boston cream. I don't know. All right. So, yeah, if you want to participate in the poll,
Planet. The Pizza Planet.
It's a Pizza Planet. Yeah. So, yeah, if you want to participate in the poll, that's in our Modern Day Debate live chat right now. And go ahead there, Craig, and describe to Matthew what you have on screen, because I don't think you can see it.
Yeah, I can't see anything.
Okay, this is for the audience, obviously, because you can't work your phone. So on the left, I would have you here as a 6'3" person, and then on the right here we've got me at 6'1". In the middle, we've got Flatsoid, who's about 3 foot tall, right?
What?
And I've drawn a line from me
no
to
hate,
you.
please. No hate.
No, the Flatsoid knows that I'm joking with him. We've got that's a funny thing between us, right? So I've drawn a line from me at 6'1" to you at 6'3", and I'm just wondering at what point I would move to the right more on this image that I'm showing that would then make this 3 foot thing in the middle block the red line of sight between us. There's no amount of perspective there's no amount of perspective that would ever physically make this thing here get taller. It just would not happen. You would always be able to see the thing that is taller than the thing that is smaller than it, no matter how far away you moved, as long as you are also taller than that thing. Simple.
I could imagine what you're drawing, but reality is not like that. That's not how we perceive reality. And you know what? How far away were the people? How far away did you have them?
I didn't. It doesn't matter how far away. That line would never.
It does. It does, Craig.
No, it doesn't, because that line would never go below it.
How far away are the people?
There's still tiny on my screen there, Craig.
They were 12 miles away from it, and then I moved it, it was now 100 miles away. And at no point did that red line of sight.
Curvature should be there over 100 miles.
69.1 miles per
over
degree.
1 mile.
So over 1 mile.
If I'm 6'3" and we're separated by, say, 10 miles, would I disappear because of curvature or because of perspective, you think?
Perspective wouldn't make you disappear.
You don't think perspective would make me disappear if I was really far away?
No, perspective doesn't make you disappear. That's not how perspective works.
You are saying such incredible things today.
Sorry, could you explain why perspective would make you disappear? There's nothing about perspective.
I love you, Craig.
Dude, hold on. I'm asking a question. I'm asking you a question. Dude, I'm asking. Can you listen? I'm asking you a question. Can you explain how perspective on a flat plane would make something disappear? Yes. Bearing in mind that train tracks never actually converge.
Can I respond now?
Okay. Well, yeah, that's why I stopped talking, so that you could respond.
When things get far away, they look really small.
They don't disappear,
That's why it looks like train tracks converge.
But they don't,
because it gets so small. You can't even see it. If I bust out my Nikon P1000, I could see it.
So that's called angular resolution, not perspective. You're confusing two things. You are confusing angular resolution and perspective.
No, it's not. It's
yes,
how
it is.
We perceive reality.
Matthew, hold on. Matthew, give me 2 secs. Matthew.
Yeah, sure.
You
Got
are
it, got it.
confusing two things. You are mixing up angular resolution and perspective. When you zoom in with something, it changes the angular resolution, not the perspective. Did you?
I think
were
it
you
increases
not aware?
perspective, honestly. Because
No,
if I
it doesn't.
couldn't notice it
Nothing
earlier-
about zooming in changes perspective. It just increases angular
Are you
resolution.
kidding me? Are you kidding me?
Did you not
that
know this?
Perspective doesn't change. I can.
No, angular
you gotta look at my
resolution
moon
changes,
video,
not
Craig.
perspective.
Check out my YouTube. Look at my moon video. I use my Nikon P1000. I made the best moon video.
Yeah,
Okay?
angular
I have not
resolution
seen
changes, not
I
perspective.
haven't seen one better.
I don't think you know the difference between angular resolution and perspective, and that is the problem here.
No, it's not. If you know,
No,
if you
it
can
doesn't work.
correctly
That's
say
definitely
my
the problem.
question, right? If you know what I'm talking about, why aren't you telling me what I'm talking about then? Why are you? You're
I
confused.
just did. I explained
Why
it.
don't you
I
just
literally just explained
then,
it to
right?
you. I literally just explained it to you. You are talking about angular resolution, not perspective.
Yeah, exactly.
So thanks for
to
agreeing with me that it's
they-
not
they
perspective.
Work hand in hand. They work hand in hand.
No, they don't.
It's
You just
not as
agreed
if
with me,
they're
so thank
alien
you.
to each other. We cannot add ones with twos. Twos are an even number. We
Right,
must
so,
be odd numbers. It's like
What I'm going to
right.
ask, I'm going to ask a very
Perspective,
simple question, if it's
angular
okay.
resolution, yeah.
Matt,
there are-
Matthew,
Yes.
have you got any
Yes.
exclusive evidence that shows that the Earth is flat and non-rotating? Because I've shown evidence
Yes,
that the Earth
yes.
is a globe that
Check
rotates.
out my YouTube video. I'm up in the hills, and I'm not just
Yeah,
recording.
no, that matches
one
the globe. I had a
location.
look.
Listen, let me explain. I recorded multiple cities over multiple counties. Okay.
Yeah, and it matches the globe. I
encourage you,
looked.
check out my video.
I have done.
Called "View from the Giant Tree Stump in Fullerton."
Yeah, I did. It matches
I
the globe.
zoom in on these cities. Okay.
Yeah, it matches
and
the
it's
globe.
flat. I'm sorry to tell you.
Dude,
it's gonna-
again,
it's
I've
gonna
looked at
burst
your
bubble
videos.
looking at my
It does.
videos.
It matches the
You
globe.
check out my videos.
Yeah,
That'll
dude.
end your globe.
I'm
theory.
saying words. Are
look
you
at
not
my
hearing
videos.
the words I'm saying? I've looked at your
Say it again.
videos. I've looked at your videos. They match the globe.
That's because you're thinking of the Earth as a globe.
But it is, and they match the predictions
Not
of a globe.
Craig, okay, predict this. How much curvature should be there over 1 mile, 10 miles, and 100 miles?
Over 1 mile.
Even if it was over the water, right?
Over-
Over the water.
Over
You said
1
it
mile.
earlier.
Do
How
you
much
want me?
curvature should be there?
Over 1 mile will be 1/69th of a degree.
Which translate to my American brain as?
Degrees is American. Don't worry.
No, I'll use miles and feet and inches.
Not
in
for
my
curvature. You won't.
American
We
brain.
discussed this. Oh, I see.
Earlier
You
you said
have
it
a
was
problem
8
that I
inches,
see a
right?
problem that makes you not be able to convert short-term to long-term memory.
Right.
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to insult you.
Yeah, earlier you said there should be 8 inches, but when I
8
observe
inches
the
per mile
water,
squared.
right, there is none.
And how did you
Okay.
measure that?
That's okay. You know how you measure flatness, Craig?
How?
Can I tell you? You use water to measure flatness.
But water's
Craig.
not flat. Water's level, which is curved.
Did you just say level is curved?
Yes, level equals curved
you're
on Earth.
messing with me. You're trolling me now. Are you trolling me?
Would you like to
Level
speak to
means
surveyors?
Are you trolling me?
Would you like to speak to surveyors that agree that level means curved? According to surveyors, true level is the curve of the Earth.
Oh, that's very funny that you say that.
According to the Webster
level means
dictionary,
curve. Okay.
according
So
to the
this
Webster,
imaginary
according to
curvature,
the,
when we observe the water,
I'm in
Craig,
the middle of saying
Craig,
words.
When we observe the
I
water,
am in the middle of saying words.
curvature is on the water.
Let's let Matt finish this question.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you, Ryan.
But I
That's
was
it.
saying something and he
Hey,
interrupted.
Hey, Craig, you said there should be 8 inches, right, for the first mile.
8 inches per
right?
mile squared.
We use water to measure flatness.
No, we don't.
When I look at the ocean, there is no curvature on
And
the
how
ocean.
did you measure that?
You look not just at an object in the distance. You look at your whole panorama.
No, again, how
look
did
at
you
your
measure it?
whole
You
surroundings.
don't measure by looking. How
at
did you
the
actually
water,
measure it?
By looking at the water and observing that there is no
Matthew,
curvature to
Matthew,
it.
once again, sorry.
That's easy.
Matthew.
That's easy.
No. Okay, can I talk now? Is that all right?
Go for
Yeah,
it.
you can.
Yeah.
Like I said, if you want to.
Once again, Matthew, you do not measure by looking at something. That's not how measurement works. So I'm going to ask you once again, how did you measure it? Again, and understand that looking at something isn't measuring it. So how did you physically measure that water was flat?
Yeah, I can observe something.
That's
I
not a
can see
measurement.
if the water's bending. I could see if the Earth was a ball, Craig. I could see it over 1 mile. I think 8 inches of curvature would be noticeable.
That's
over
not curvature,
a mile
no.
of water.
So
And
over a mile,
it's not there.
over a mile,
not
it's 1/69th
there.
of a degree. You're not capable of seeing 1/69th of a degree. You're just saying it, but again, you haven't answered my question, which is how
Dude,
did you
I
actually?
asked you. It came out of your mouth. I'm not strawmanning you. It came out of your mouth, Craig.
Okay, no, I nearly got a sentence out. Okay, I'll try again. I'm going to ask you once more. How did you physically measure it? And understand that looking and making observations is not a measurement. How did you measure it?
You mean like if I go have a huge tape measure and I put one end 100 miles away and I go drag the other end of the tape measure the other 100 miles away? Are you asking me if I did that?
That's one method
No,
that
I
you
did
could have
not do
used,
that.
but did you use anything like a
if you
theodolite
look
or
at something,
anything designed to...
Like if I look at a plate, I could tell you if a plate is flat or a ball. I could tell you if a tennis ball is flat or a ball. I could tell you if a bowling ball is a ball or flat.
Not if you were a microbe on that thing, you couldn't.
Hey, don't interrupt me. I could tell you if a coin was flat or a ball.
Not if
And
you were a
know what,
microbe on
Craig?
that thing, you
I
couldn't.
could tell you that the Earth ain't no ball. Okay.
Again, so if you were... No, you're still talking. You're still talking.
The numbers that you gave,
You're
they're
still
not there.
talking.
All right, let's give
All right, go
Craig
for
a
it.
chance to respond.
Okay.
Go for it.
If you were a microbe, no, you wouldn't be able to tell those things at all. You just saying it's flat because it looks flat is just dumb, all right? No, it doesn't look flat. It looks curved. The effects of curvature are there all of the time. The measurements, the actual measurements that are done with the actual measuring devices show that it is curved, all right? The actual measurements show that it's curved. So let's look at this. It's measurements versus
What
you
measurement?
going, it looks
What
flat.
measurements do you mean?
The transcontinental
What
triangulation
measurements
of the American arc of the parallel, the transcontinental triangulation of the meridian arc of India. These measurements carried out by professional surveyors show that the Earth is curved when they use the tools that are able to detect if there is curvature. But
Like
you
what?
just looking at something
Like what?
like
what?
theodolites.
So you're telling me cowboys in the 1800s?
No, they weren't
were able
cowboys.
to record curvature with their primitive devices.
Yes.
And then us modern men with modern technology, we're seeing that there is no curvature.
No, we
You
see that
gotta
there is
understand,
curvature.
Correct. The people were lying a long time. Okay.
Oh, so
Like,
right
they
now
have
you're
to
just going
find
to
a
they are
hard
lying. Right, now here's the thing. We
course,
can
of
see and
course.
measure
Are you
curvature.
kidding me?
We
Hey,
can't...
Are you? Hey,
We-
are you kidding me? Do you think I trust the government? Fuck no.
This wasn't the government. It's the thing. It's nothing to do with trusting anyone. This could be checked, and modern surveyors also measure that the Earth is curved. It wasn't just the people in the 1800s. I'm still talking. I'm still talking. Still talking.
Just one
You're
second.
throwing
there,
a lot
Matthew.
at me.
Yeah. Still
You're throwing
talking,
a lot at
Matthews.
me.
Still talking, Matthew.
Yeah, let's let him wrap up his thought.
Yep. So it's not just surveyors in the 1800s, it's modern surveyors. And if you go to mctoon.net, he's got a whole bunch of stuff from modern surveyors literally measuring the curve of the Earth over a couple of miles of lake. So if you use the equipment, you can measure it. You've just looked and gone, oh, it's flat.
Hey, I saw that clip. It was a cowboy dude. He had a little metal tube on top of some unbalanced rocks with a little rope to stabilize it. I'm sorry, that does not qualify as
that's not what I'm talking about. That is not what I'm talking about.
So far back in time.
That's not what I'm talking about. You're just making something up.
You had to go back to the cowboy.
You're
days
just
to find
making
an
something
example
up. I
when-
didn't say
Stop
that.
interrupting me, Craig. Stop interrupting me, Craig.
But you're just
You had to
making
go
stuff
back
up
to
that
the
I didn't
cowboy
say.
days to find an example. And I know what you're talking about. I saw the pictures. It looks like a cowboy guy.
No,
using
that's
a
not what I'm
tube
talking
on
about.
top of rock.
Moderator, he's
And
just
to
like
put-
lying
to
about
put
me
a
at this
bow on
point.
it, to put it ended up.
Let's let him wrap
What
up his thought.
what they thought in the 1800s about the Earth was wrong. They got it wrong. With modern technology, we are seeing that the Earth is flat and stationary. The people, I'm sorry to tell you.
All right, can you shut up now and let me finish? Let me respond, please.
Yeah, sure. I'm sorry to tell you, man. The government lied, dude.
No, can you stop talking now, please?
Yeah, sure.
Mod, can he be muted for a bit so I can actually talk without being interrupted? Is that all right?
Well, let's give you a minute on the floor there to get out your thoughts. I think we can do that.
Number one, you just kept lying about me whilst I was telling you that you were lying about me. No, I was not talking about that. I'm talking about things like the main surveyor, who is actually a surveyor and used theodolites to measure the curvature across lakes. I'm not talking about the thing where he laid something on top of something. That's a completely different thing. So don't just assume something and then talk a bunch of nonsense. Modern technology allows you to measure the curvature of the Earth much more accurately than we could back in the 1800s, in fact. Much more accurately. We can now do it with lasers from space and radar from space. The curvature of the Earth is measured all the way from the 1800s up to now, and it's always measured as the same. To say that you looked and you saw it flat, and that means that you know more than all of the professional surveyors in the world, is basically the height of narcissism. And that's all you have, is narcissism and being wrong. End of story.
Okay,
All right,
may I respond? Okay, Craig,
Prepare
you
for
know
something
that,
stupid, guys. Here it comes.
Listen, Craig, hey, Craig. Do you know that when
Craig.
the debate
Say my name right. It's Craig, not Craig.
insults
Craig.
become the loser's tool?
No, it's not an insult. Calling you
when
stupid
the
is a
debate
fact.
Is lost, the insults become the
I haven't
loser's
insulted
tool.
you. I haven't
please,
insulted you.
Stop insulting me.
I haven't
You've been
insulted you.
insulting me the whole time.
No,
But that means
you're
you
a
lost the debate.
narcissistic
But
idiot.
to
That's
put
not an
it-
insult.
Just to end my thought, yeah, they lied in the 1800s. You went from the cowboy days, then you had to go to outer space, that's another hoax.
Main surveyor didn't go to outer space. You're lying about me again.
Yeah, I mean, let's take a look at any of
More
those
lies.
fake outer
It's all you can do,
space
lie.
bloopers, people on harness. Craig, everything you said is just like
Craig.
deep.
Say my name correctly.
You're saying stuff people used to believe.
No, they
Everything you
still
said
know
is
it's a fact.
A rescuing device. Everything you said has been some sort of rescuing device to
You're just
protect the
saying
globe
things.
theory.
Where's the evidence
And
of the
I'm
flat
sorry.
Earth?
All right.
In
We're
my
doing too
intro-
much. We're doing too much
in my
meta
intro,
discussion. So let's
I
get back to
shared the factual evidence,
Which
that
I
you had
debunked
nothing
both of
to
them.
Come back with,
No, I
right?
physically
You had
debunked both of them.
nothing. And then when I told you the prediction,
Mod,
about
can you
the-
stop him?
the
He's just
full-
waffling, please.
You showed a cartoon, Craig.
Mod,
Come on.
literally, can you?
All right,
He's
we
literally
are just
waffling
doing
and
a
lying.
discussion.
I'm
So
on
if we
it.
don't have any other new,
He's literally just
avenues that we
waffling
wanna
and
go
lying.
down
I
into,
didn't.
anything that we haven't.
Yeah. I just need to respond to a couple of things he said, please. No,
right.
I didn't show a cartoon. I showed an actual model based on real data, not a cartoon. Two, everything else that you said about me is a complete lie. I didn't just say it was done from space. I said modern surveyors, like the main surveyor, use modern technology, and they also have done it from space. All right. So the fact that you have to strawman me and lie just shows that you have nothing. And I wasn't insulting you when I called you narcissistic.
We'll give them a chance to respond. And I think what we'll do soon, if you haven't already, hit the like button. We're soon going to go into Q&A. We have quite a few questions. So if you have a question for either of our speakers, you can put it into a super chat and they'll be read with priority. I'll just let you guys know that right now as it stands, we have a flat at 30%, we have a globe at 59%, and we have 11% for the donut world. So the donut Halo world, everybody knows I'm a big Halo fan. So I found out earlier that FTFE also likes Halo, so yeah, and we don't like what they did to the show.
There's no show. That never happened. It was a fever dream.
It didn't. It didn't. The flood kind of looked kind of interesting at one point, but that was about it.
Master
all right.
Cheeks.
Master Cheeks. All right. So yeah, if you guys wanted to, like I said, push into some new territory, I just wanted to let our audience know. Hit the like button, share this out in those contentious spaces. You're like having these discussions. But yeah, if you wanted to put a bow on some stuff there, FTFE, it could be a launch pad.
Yeah, I mean, it's very hard because he doesn't understand how to use technology, so I can't show him all the evidence that I have. I mean, I've got a bunch of visual stuff to show how there is definitely, curvature to the Earth, but he can't look at it and he's just going to say I'm showing cartoons. I've already explained to him how we've measured the Earth's rotation, then he misunderstood Sagnac effect and stuff. I've explained to him the difference between sidereal and solar day, and he's just gone nuh-uh because he doesn't understand it. I mean, I'm the only one that's given evidence for my claim. I debunked everything that he said with visual evidence to debunk it. And he's just gone nuh-uh. So I really don't know what else to say. I've shown that the Earth curves. I've shown that the Earth rotates. I've given evidence for both. I've debunked everything that he said when he didn't even bring evidence for flat Earth. He just tried to debunk the globe and completely failed. And then went, well, I took a picture and I saw really far. I mean, again, just like when I debate moon landing deniers, there was no evidence brought for me to debate against.
All right, if you want to respond there, Matthew.
That's funny as hell. Of course you would have to say that, Craig. Of course you would have to say that. You cannot process anything that I've been saying to you. You cannot.
Debunked it specifically.
Your globe theory, it's like you cannot process what I'm saying to you. I understand. That's why I say we could disagree.
I debunked it specifically.
And I want you to know that every day there's more people that disagree with you. We're not misunderstood. We're not confused. We just don't believe the bullshit anymore.
Beliefs are for kids.
Everything you said is just what we were all told as little kids. And
you just never understood it. That's the thing.
It's just like if people still believed in damn Santa Claus or Easter Bunny.
Yeah, you're the one with beliefs. That's not us. We've got evidence.
Right. No, you guys have.
Here is the factual. Here is the factual thing about flat Earth. Right. Here's the big thing about flat Earth.
I'm going to give you each 15 seconds, and we're going to go into Q&A, guys. All right. So you can have last word there, Matthew.
Right. Here's the thing about flat Earth.
If it's the last word, I just want to say this has been an excellent debate.
Not for you.
Excellent debate, guys. This is badass. I'm glad my technology got through a little bit. I can't see anything. I'm looking at my email screen, but I think this has been an excellent debate. Thank you both.
That's been fun, and we can do that for 15. So go ahead, you can have 15, then we'll go into the Q&A there, FTFE.
Yeah, here's the thing, Matthew, and it's something you really need to understand. You're not stupid because you're a flat earther, right? You're a flat earther because you're stupid.
Oh, you coming in with the high road there,
that's a yellow card there, Craig. And
well, no, it's a factual thing. I'm sorry, I'm not being mean. I'm stating facts.
Listen.
You are stupid. It's not mean. You are stupid.
I think it was. Listen, I think it was Socrates who said, "When the debate is lost, insults become the loser's tool."
But what you don't understand is I didn't insult you. I stated a fact.
Debate, Craig. Thank you,
Matthew. I stated a fact. You are stupid. That's not an insult.
Not that I don't like what you guys are doing here and showing everybody all your fire and stuff. But we don't want to lose the plot, and we do have a theme here tonight. We're doing a flat versus globe. Hopefully the people hanging out have enjoyed. Hit the like button. Let's boost it up in the algorithm. And make sure lots of people can see Craig and Matthew's discussion here tonight. So let's see. Screwy Louie. Oh my goodness. That reminds me of a cat I had growing up. That thing he created a neighborhood. All right. Question for the flat earther. The cat's name is Louie. What do you think is the reason for the globe deception, and when did it begin?
Oh, that's a good question. The reason for, and when did it begin? I think a lot of history was fabricated around the time of the American Civil War and a few decades before that. That's my personal view. So I think everything about what's going on now, like all the world wars, it all came from the time around the Civil War when all the history was rewritten. And one of the main things was this globe deception, which I think it was written about in the papers of the Illuminati, like the plot Washington was talking about when they were asking him if he knew about the Illuminati. And it's like a famous letter he wrote where he knows about their plot, but he's not a part of any lodge at the moment. So I think the globe deception came around the time of what we call the American Civil War. But the reason for I think it's totally because Satan is a liar. Satan has been lying to humanity from the beginning, and one of the things that Satan's lying about is the earth, because it's to try to hide God or make it seem like we're not special or there is no God, and like it's really screwed up. They want people to believe that there's no heaven and there's no hell, but there is a hell and there is a heaven, and I think that's why they do the deception, because it's a big, not just a false pagan religion. It's like mass witchcraft and hypnosis and propaganda.
All right.
You remember when he said that that I've got the beliefs like Santa Claus and stuff, yet he has these childish beliefs of a magic daddy in the sky and a big bad red guy underground.
Oh, are you kidding me?
It's fucking hilarious.
Craig, listen. Craig, any possible world that could exist would require a god to create it. Okay?
No, it wouldn't. Physics did it. It's fine.
Even the stupid globe Earth, which I don't believe, even stupid globe Earth, if that was real, it would require a god to create it. Okay?
No, it wouldn't.
So let's not get on this atheism debate.
No, it
I'll
wouldn't.
smoke you on an atheism versus
you're as much as an atheist. Hey, you're as much as an atheist as I am, pretty much. So it doesn't matter.
I'll smoke you, Craig.
Like, dude, you are pretty much the same amount as an atheist as I am.
Did you know in the Bible it said, the fool has said in his heart, there is no God?
Well, that's because the Bible is written by sheep herders who didn't know anything.
Okay, we could debate this another day.
Yeah, sure. Hey, Ryan, let's organize a God debate against this guy, please.
I mean, yeah, I think we could stay on topic or get a little off topic, whatever you prefer. But Craig, if you're saying
Satan,
there is no
what
God,
a joke.
I'm sorry, dude, if that's what you believe.
You know, Satan wasn't even part of your religion until like the 1600s. It's brilliant.
What are you talking about? God, the creator of heaven and earth?
Oh, the God, the creator, he's so weak that he let a big red guy do bad things.
Well, you got to read the Bible to understand.
I've read the Bible, and I guarantee I've read it more than you.
I'll tell you what. We could have a meeting and read the Bible together if you want.
I don't.
If you're trying to say
the reason I'm not a Christian is because I've read the Bible.
You're wrong again. You're wrong again.
The reason I'm
Craig.
not a Christian is because I've read the Bible.
And what, you got confused about some big words?
No, I just laughed at how stupid it was.
You didn't like that God.
You only idea how many times they repeat the same fucking story.
You were a boy, right? You're upset with God because he didn't give you everything you wanted.
All right, it's
or maybe
fun.
gave you a bad hand, right?
Fun.
But now God can't exist because
Matthew.
your life isn't perfect.
Matthew, just 1 second. I don't want to put you on mute, like I said, because I really do fear, based on your situation,
we could change the topic.
That you might not be able to take yourself off mute, and you'd have to
Ryan,
so
actually 100%, please arrange a debate with me and him about is God good or evil?
Oh, well, that'd be interesting, because I don't think I've hosted you for any theological debates.
Oh, I'll smoke you on that too. Bible passages.
Well, you never smoked me on this one,
Greg.
so.
Oh my God, that's perfect. The Bible passage just came to my mind about that. Is God good? Now, the people that have sinned against you, was that God doing it?
This is for another debate. This is for another debate. This is for another debate. This is for another debate.
Yeah, let's
another debate. Matthew, calm down. Take a deep breath. Deep breath, Matthew. Deep breath, Matthew.
I'm hovering over that mute, buddy. I'm so sorry. We gotta move on.
We could change it. We could change it. Let's change it.
Gonna make me bring up my radio voice.
Oh my God!
Tonight's on Modern Day Debate, we are debating flat versus globe. All right.
Oh yeah.
Moving into the next. Yeah, exactly. Oh yeah, macho man's in the house, the cream of the crop. All right. LJ says, "What's the proof of Jupiter's mass, size, and gravity?" Over to you, FTFE.
Well, you can see it.
All right.
You can calculate its gravitational potential and acceleration based on the things around it. You can use Kepler's laws of motion based on its position in the sky and the way that it moves to see its mass. Jupiter is a really important part of our solar system. It's kind of referred to as the vacuum of the solar system. If we didn't have Jupiter, we'd be hit by a lot more asteroids and stuff because it's big enough that it basically stops all that from hitting us. But the evidence of it is abundant. We've sent stuff there. We know the size of it. We know the gravitational potential of it from the moons that go around it. We can calculate the gravitational acceleration based on that and the mass of the moons. There's a lot of ways to determine these things.
All right.
My turn?
Yeah, if you want to respond, and then he'll get the last
word.
Okay,
yeah. Okay, that's another thing. If Jupiter was the size it is, and if gravity existed, more things would be going to it. but you
Straw
mentioned that
man.
because you can calculate gravity, that means you can know the weight.
Yes.
That's a fallacy right there. You
No,
cannot
it's not.
guess the weight of something by looking at it. Didn't you just tell me that, Craig? If I can't see that
not
the
just
water
looking
is
at
flat,
it.
I can't see the Earth is flat, but somehow you can look at Jupiter and tell me exactly how heavy it is. And yeah, there is no gravity. Gravity's not
Gravity's definitely real.
Actual concept. That's an imaginary concept.
No, it's
to
real. It's
help
measured.
support the globe lie.
No, I've
Because
measured
look at
gravity.
how is the sun
I've
still
measured
trapped in
gravity.
Jupiter? Think of it. If the sun's gravity can trap Jupiter and it's so far away, and somehow Earth is not attracted to the sun.
Well, it is. That's why we're orbiting it.
The three-body
The Earth is
problem.
attracted to the sun. That's why we're
Craig,
orbiting it.
Look up
All
the
right,
three-body problem.
Yeah, the three-body problem's
That's
been
why
solved for
gravity
decades, dude. It's no
doesn't
problem.
work.
No worries.
Gravity
We're gonna let
does not
But yeah, gravity
work.
works.
We're gonna let
Gravity
Craig
works
close
fine.
the
Right?
question here.
Let me
Gravity.
just finish
No,
this.
it's my time now.
Hold on.
Mute
You
him.
can,
I
all right,
just
if we
want to
really
end my.
No, mute him.
you really
mute
want
him,
to bounce
please.
it,
Just
we're
mute him.
going to let you
we can-
respond, okay? So
all right,
hold
all
your
right, all
thought.
right.
Let's let Craig
right.
respond to some of what you said.
So this is the final word. Then we're going to move to the next super chat. Everything that he just said is wrong. The Earth is attracted to the sun. That's why we are orbiting it. His misunderstandings of gravity are irrelevant. What's the next question?
So everything that I said.
No,
just
I get the
that's-
final
that's
word.
your
I
rescuing
get the
device.
final word.
That's your rescuing
I get the
device.
final word here.
Well,
This was to me.
Hold on.
I get the final word. This was to me.
All right. I mean, that is fair. I mean, yeah, if he doesn't want to carry on, we'll
It's
carry
okay.
the
We
next
can move
question.
on. I mean,
Yeah,
I already
we
If
can-
he
said
wants
what I gotta
another
say
debate about
that.
gravity, we can arrange a debate
Hold
about
on,
gravity.
hold
That's
on.
fine.
We just got out of it. Let's carry on, guys. All right. All right. Calvin says, question for the globe truther. If the Earth is round, then how come we have straight lines? Your house should be curved with the Earth. Checkmate. That's for you, FTFE.
Just read this book. There we go.
Did you
Next.
want to, for the podcast listeners, tell them what you
It's
just told us
National
there?
Geographic's When Straight Line Become Curves, a non-Euclidean geometry book explaining how straight lines can exist on curved surfaces. I understand his question was a troll, but it actually, goes into the conversation because a lot of flat earthers don't understand the difference between Euclidean and non-Euclidean geometry. Of course, straight lines can exist on curved surfaces.
All right.
May I respond?
No.
Craig, it's like everything
I said
you
no.
say is, oh, this person
I
doesn't
said
understand.
no.
Oh, they're confused.
I
This
did not
person's
give you permission.
misunderstanding. That person doesn't.
You asked and I said
Craig,
no.
It's like you insult.
No, you asked and I said no.
Hold
Everybody.
on, FTFD. We do let the other side respond.
I know. He
you're-
said, "Can I?" And I
That's
just
what
said
I'm
no.
saying. That's what
I
I'm
know,
saying.
don't be pedantic.
Let's
Let's
without
respond.
interrupting me, just let me say it.
Oh,
Craig,
Rich.
Everything I said, oh, I don't understand. I'm confused. Someone else makes a comment. Oh, they're just misunderstand. They're confused.
Mm-hmm.
Then you know what?
That's
There's
why the
a
flat
bunch
earthers.
of these misunderstood, confused people that don't believe this stupid globe bullshit anymore.
Yeah.
So with you
Okay.
just insulting
Oh, no, you're
me
still going.
insulting the
No,
super
still-
chatters,
he's still
which
talking.
we
It's
love the
amazing.
super
He's
All right,
chatters.
we're
long
doing
time,
meta
can't he?
debate
It's like-
now, so
yeah,
let's.
it's like, come on. You know,
Again,
everyone's just confused, right? You're perfect.
Yep,
You're the
yep,
only
so
one
again,
that knows the truth, right? I don't
Yeah,
believe
I'm the
that.
I'm the
I
one that studied
disagree.
physics. You didn't. So again, I'll get the final
Doesn't
word
matter.
here.
It doesn't matter if you're
so
wrong.
again,
If you're saying that's things that
No,
aren't
no,
true.
he's still talking. He's still going on. No. So yeah, for the final word again, you're not stupid because you're a flat earther. You're a flat earther because you're stupid. Okay. Next.
Okay, that's funny. And I gave the quote from Socrates earlier about
Socrates.
when the
Say it
debate-
right for
when the
fuck's sake.
debate
His name is
lost-
not Socrates.
When the debate is lost, insults become the loser's tool.
Facts are not
Alright.
insults, and his name is not
Right.
Socrates.
Right?
Well,
Right?
we
Hey,
got the next
hey,
question coming in, guys.
What's his name?
All right.
What's the guy's name?
Socrates.
What's his name?
Socrates.
And what did he say? What did he say?
He said that you're a moron. I asked him.
Oh,
We got a next question, guys, coming in. All right, they'll maybe yell over you. Andre says so Andre's LDH, I don't know, says no moon sets 10 minutes before the sunrise.
What did he say?
Says no, the moon sets 10 minutes before the sunrise.
Yeah, he's responding
I'm
to your
not
claim.
sure if he's talking about my prediction of the November 15th. That's when the full moon rises. the full moon rises like 10 minutes before the sun. That disproves globe theory.
And where did you get that
final
from?
nail in the coffin on that one.
Where did you get
Look
that?
at timeanddate.com.
Yeah, I'm there.
Timeanddate.com.
I'm there, and it doesn't say that.
You have to look up
Yeah,
full moon rise, November
yeah, I have, and it
15th,
disagrees with what
my
you're
location,
saying.
Fullerton, California.
Guys, I
Look it
advise
up.
anybody to go and look at timeanddate.com and see that he's wrong.
Do it.
Because I've just done it, and anyone else can go
Look
to
at when
timeanddate.com and
the
see that
full
he's
moon
wrong as well.
rises this year. The beaver moon. Look at the time it rises.
Yeah, no, I'm looking at it now. You're wrong. Everyone else watching, please go and check that he is wrong.
But you gotta input the correct
Yeah,
location.
I just did. You're wrong.
Fullerton, California.
Yeah, you're wrong. I checked.
Well, I checked it too.
Well, maybe you're.
So
Well, we
let's see
understand
what
you're not very
happens.
good at using
Why
technology,
don't we
so
just
yeah.
see what happens, Craig?
Yeah.
Hey, Craig, let's just see what happens, okay? And if the full moon rises 10 minutes before the sun, would you admit there's no globe theory, that it's bullshit?
No, because it's not
If
going
it
to
ends
happen.
up being true, because I'm not lying. I double checked it multiple times over the course of this year because I've been looking at
But we
what's
all
gonna
know that
happen
you're not
with the
very good
cycles
with
of the moon.
technology, so you know.
Well, the thing is, we got the cyber attacks and my devices got screwed up.
Yeah,
got hit
of
down
course
in
the cyber
America.
attacks got your
You
devices
guys
because
aren't in America. You guys are
your
in other countries.
device
We
is a
got it bad.
Microsoft Windows thing that was affected by the the IT thing. Yeah, of course the cyber attacks are going after your phone. Of course they are.
I mean, normally my phone works pretty good, but this evening, no. It's been screwed up ever since that started.
You know,
that's
that
another weird
wasn't a
insult.
cyber
You're trying
attack,
to
right?
Say that I'm not good with technology.
You're
and
not.
It's like, dude,
You know there
gotta
wasn't a
stop
cyber
it.
attack, right? You know there wasn't a cyber attack,
Oh
right?
yeah. That, of course, you believe everything the government tells you, dude. We're at war, okay? We are at.
You can see the
literal
code of what
war
happened.
with Russia, okay? So don't try.
This
to,
was nothing to do with
Oh,
Russia.
we're not against China. We're not against Russia, dude. Give me a break, okay? Give me a break.
So
We're
CloudStrike,
funding
are CloudStrike
my
Russian?
country's
Are
funding
they?
That, okay? I know that's costing lives.
Are CloudStrike
Okay.
Russian? Are they? Are CloudStrike Russian?
No, but you got to understand what's going on is
So the
bigger
company
than
that are
what
responsible for the IT
going on
outage
the
are
news.
not Russian,
If you're
huh?
looking at the news, you got to understand that's like one layer of truth,
All right, we
and they're
are
not telling you the
very
truth.
much removed from the topic. Though,
Yeah, I'm sorry about that. We
it
can
is
get
funny.
off that. I just don't like the weird insult about me not being good with tech because it's
Well, you're
like,
not.
It's like, who cares?
I was going to say,
Get
your
over it,
conversation
you know?
earlier is kind of funny because I just got a notification. My music partner just uploaded Heaven and Hell, our tape from yesterday on YouTube. I was like, wait, I'm not doing this. What's going on here? And then I just looked at my text and he's like, oh, I thought that would be a good one to put up there. I was like, okay.
CrowdStrike. CrowdStrike.
Yeah, I thought that was kind of funny. I was just like, well, we were just talking about having a theological debate. Look at that. Isn't that just...
Yeah, in the future. Well, in the future, that'll be
all right,
fun.
let's carry on. LJ says, if you dug straight down, will you come out upside down?
What do you
No.
think? Is that for me or is it?
Well, no. So, because at the center of the Earth there will be a gravitational potential all around you, you would technically float at the center of the Earth because you would have a zero net sum of gravity. So, as soon as you pass the center point, you're now going up instead of down. So, no, you wouldn't come out upside down.
Okay, has anyone ever dug to the center of the Earth?
Yeah, Rick and Morty did it using one of their machines.
Come on, I love Rick and Morty. Come on.
Oh, really?
Rick
It must
and
be over your
Tito.
head. That must be really hard for you watching Rick and Morty because the jokes must go right over your head.
No, I like it. But
Must
to
be the
answer-
pretty colours,
For my
you see.
response is they can't get to the center of the Earth. They
You
can't
can't
get
get to the
past.
center
How
of the
much
Earth.
was it? 8 miles. It's ridiculous to think that there is anything that you could say is there. Like, how do people predict what they can't even see?
Seismology.
Right? I mean, if I can look at the water and see that it's flat, but oh no, my eyes don't
it's
work.
not flat though.
But somehow, like, oh, we know what's at the center of the Earth, even though we can't get there and will never be able to get there.
Matthew, it's all right. It's science. You wouldn't get
That's
it,
a
bud.
contradictory statement from the globe or the globe theory perspective.
Globe's not
You know
a
what I
theory.
mean? It's like, can I trust my eyes? No. But
No,
I
you
can look
can't.
at Jupiter and tell you exactly how much it weighs right? Oh, I can look at the
We've
Earth
sent
and
stuff
see
there.
it's flat. Oh, no, it's not flat. But I can
Earth
tell
doesn't
you
look
without
flat.
looking at the center of the Earth exactly
God, this
what's
guy goes
there
on, doesn't
and
he?
exactly what would happen. It's preposterous, matey.
On and on and
I
on
tell
and
you,
on
good
and
sir,
on and
it
on
is
and waffle,
preposterous
waffle.
to suggest
Goodness
that
me.
you could know
It's just like
precisely
never ending.
how much and what will be at the center
It just
of the
keeps on
Earth.
going.
Oh.
It's like a fucking Energizer
Right?
bunny.
Right? Hey, I love it. I love this
Let's carry
debate.
on.
I love this.
We got lots of super chats, and hopefully this allows for a little more unpacking and triggers some new thoughts here, guys. So
Nice. Trigger.
trigger some new thoughts. That's right. Yeah, let's spark some new ideas. JSS Tiger says sidereal day is
Sidereal.
due to sidereal. Sorry, it's just sidereal day is due to Earth making 1 degree of its orbit in that time span.
Yep.
That's why the stars shift 1 degree. Can't Matthew see this? Respond first there, Matthew.
So I can respond first. Okay, so is the solar day 24 hours or not?
Solar
No,
day
it
yes.
is, right? And the sidereal day, how long is the sidereal day?
20
Difference of like 3 minutes and 55 seconds. It's
Yes.
the problem is thinking that the Earth is a ball. That's the mistake. In reality,
globe.
the Earth is a flat, stationary plane, and the lights rotate above us. That's what the globers can never admit. They will never admit it. And when they admit it, they will become flat earthers. Right?
All of reality disagrees.
No, actually, no.
Yes.
Not all of
Nuh-uh,
reality
is that what you got?
disagrees.
Nuh-uh.
Because there's more people every day. Every day there's more people that are just rejecting this fake globe
And there's more
religion.
people that then wake
Every
up
day.
and hey, if you go to my channel, there is a playlist called Interviews with Ex-Flat Earthers. You're welcome.
All right. Next one.
I'll look at it. I'll look at it.
Pango44 asks, I studied computers, and you know what I found? It's just a box with circuit boards in it.
More or less true.
It's where I get my cookies.
Well, look at that. This is where we need the big banner on the screen that goes, they agree. Fireworks.
Well, I mean, there's
everywhere.
potential with the computer, right? I mean, the computer, you could look at some real things. You could look at fake things. You could write a true story. You could write a fake story. You could draw a picture. You could upload a real picture. So
Dude,
yeah,
just
it's
go
more or
make-
less it's just
Doing
like
it
a
right.
Matthew,
device, you know.
Matthew, can you just go and make my burger, please? I'd like fries with it.
I'm actually a really good cook, and if that was possible, I might, because I'm enjoying this conversation so much. I probably would cook a good burger for you.
Can I get no salt on those fries, please? Extra ketchup, thanks.
It's cool.
Yeah,
I
similar
stopped that.
to. Yeah, I don't like too much salt either on my
Oh,
stuff. That's a
man.
good similarity.
Let's guess the next
Agreed.
question. JSS Tiger says, to Matthew, with a line of sight above the waves cannot block anything more than their own height. A 2-inch wave can't block more than a 2-foot wave can't block more than 2 feet.
That's incorrect. You have to increase the distance. You're not
Fuck
looking at
sake.
something that's like, say, 5 feet away, and you're like, oh, look it, I could see this thing 5 feet away. No, we're talking about like using these high zoom cameras like a P1000 and zooming in, like 20 miles or so on things that should be over the, what is it? You have to increase the distance. It's not there.
Sorry, it seemed like you cut out there at the end of your
Oh no, I
statement.
stopped. I thought I heard some words.
No.
Maybe. Were you trying to do something there, FTFE? Did you want to respond?
No,
But it's just-
he's just waffling. There's not really a response. I don't even think he knows what he's saying at this point. Kind of like when Biden speaks,
What?
I guess.
You're insulting me again, and I'll say it again.
These are
When
facts,
something
not
is
insults.
Far away, when something is far away, it will look small.
Look,
now,
not
if
physically.
there's a small wave, let's say 2 or 3 feet tall wave comes, it can block something.
No, it
huge
can't.
in the distance.
No, it can't.
I'm gonna have to disagree. You're wrong, Craig. You're wrong. If something is far away, it will look
These
small.
cows are small. These cows are far away.
What is that? Some Teletubbies? I don't watch those shows. Man.
No,
Come on.
too highbrow for
gotta
you,
use
I
some
imagine.
references I get.
All right. Kango44 asks, Matthew, the sun does... Wait, he put does don't? Oh, Kango, I've got to do some deciphering here.
Yeah, what's he saying?
Does don't. The sun doesn't change in angular size. As it sets, it's not perspective. Do you think you could zoom the sun back up with your P1000 after it has set? Please explain a sunset.
Okay, two things. When it goes far away, we can't zoom in on it because it's going to be blocked by the moisture in the air, like the opacity in the sky. And wait, what was the first part? I kind of forgot the first part of the question.
No worries, I can scroll back up here.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Just
No
There's
worries.
not enough weed in
Could
the
you read-
world to
Part
deal
is,
with this.
could you zoom back into the sun with your P1000 after it has
no,
set?
not after it goes beyond the wall of opacity when it's very far away. But an interesting thing about the size of the sun, when it's close to the horizon, sometimes it does look bigger. The moon too. Like when I see the moon at zenith, it looks small, but when it's setting or rising, it actually looks bigger, and it looks, orangish. So I disagree with that super chatter who said it stays the same size, because it doesn't. It actually, what I think it is how our perspective works. It's so far away, and it's where it is. It just makes it kind of warped. Like the thing about perspective will warp the path of the lights above us, which is why we get the southern star trails, the equatorial star trails, because our perspective will warp the path of the lights above us. But yeah, I disagree. I've seen the moon looks bigger at the horizon. The sun looks bigger sometimes. So I disagree with the super chatter.
All right. Let's try to push right into the next question.
I was going to respond to that.
All right. We got a lot of questions, so...
It's just a 20-second response.
What you just said is one of the most insanely idiotic things I have ever heard. At no point in your rambling, incoherent response
Counting on you.
were you even close to anything that could be considered a rational thought.
Sarah, that's what needs to be said.
I like that movie. That's Billy Madison, right? Is that Billy Madison?
Yeah.
That clip.
All right. Let's carry on.
Okay. Yeah.
That's...
I don't care for the insults. It's like you're not gonna.
Not an insult.
Get under. You're just
What are
like
you stupid is a description.
right. And I'm gonna go back to my boy Socrates or whatever you said his name is. When the debate is lost, insults become the loser's tools.
Yeah, I haven't insulted you once. I've described you.
Hey, go for it.
Yeah,
Play
again,
any clips you got.
I have not insulted you. I have described you.
Not that this
See, now
isn't
you're
fun.
lying.
Not
Now
that this
you're
isn't
lying.
fun and having conversations about how people's names are pronounced in different places in the world. RT16 says, how do you explain the phenomenon known as lunar eclipses? In fact, what causes shadows on the moon in general? Why are there different phases of these shadows? Why are they able to accurately predict these phases? And then they add fart at the end. So, I mean...
Oh, that's gross. They didn't have to add that.
I don't know.
Is it for Craig?
No, it's
because
you.
honestly, the globe theory cannot explain the lunar eclipse.
Yes, it can.
The globe theory cannot explain it. Because I'll let you... I don't know if it's for you, Craig, or for me, but on the flat Earth, yeah, you can have a Selenelion eclipse, which is called the impossible eclipse, because the Earth is not a globe. So, also, is it, Craig, is it for you or for me? Or
that was for you, and explain the lunar eclipse. I wasn't asking about Selenium. Explain the lunar eclipse.
Which is stupid to think that the lunar eclipse is a shadow, because I've never seen a red shadow. Shadows are dark. They don't turn bright red. Sorry, globe theory is dead when it comes to the lunar eclipse. Like, for example, if the sun is above the horizon, right? If the sun is above the horizon, how is it possible
he really goes on
the shadow of the Earth can be on the moon when the sun and the moon are both above the horizon. It's impossible.
Yeah,
There's no amount
there's not
of
an eclipse
imagination
when the
that
sun.
can make that possible. And you know what else?
All right,
Another.
hold on. We do have to let.
Oh,
you
yeah.
can hold, if you want to hold that thought just for a second, we do have to
Well,
try to.
the
let
last thing
both
was, why
voices
is it?
in here.
It's red. And the explanation is that it's just refracted light. Like some light decides to go one way, and other light decides to go to the moon. It's stupidity. It's a total contradiction of reality. That's it.
All right, let's let FTFE respond a little bit, and then you'll get the last word on this question.
Snellian eclipse is due to refraction, matches the globe model. It's red because as the moon enters Earth's shadow during a total lunar eclipse, it takes on a reddish hue. This happens because the Earth's atmosphere extends out into space and scatters shorter wavelengths of light, like blue and greens, more than the longer wavelengths like red and oranges. Every single thing you say is just a misunderstanding of the globe model. Not understanding something is not evidence against it.
Okay, so now you have proof of shadows refracting.
Yes.
Can you show me examples of a shadow refracting? Because I can understand light.
Yep, go to Mr. Sensible's
what
channel.
you're talking about is a geometric
Yeah, go to
impossibility,
Mr.
Craig.
If you would like me, do you want me
I'm
to
gonna
respond?
finish this thought.
You asked me
I
a
get to
question, I
finish
would like
this
to
thought.
respond.
No, I get to finish this thought.
But you asked me a
I get to
question.
finish my thought.
All right,
on
just
this.
hold your answer, and
All right?
just, if you can
It's an
do it in cut just a few
impossibility.
seconds.
Okay, it's an impossibility for the globe. Okay, you cannot just refraction. That's doing it. No, because the sun and the moon will both be above the horizon during a Selenelion eclipse.
Because of
want me
refraction,
to
yeah.
believe light
No, you're
is
still-
going
you're still
all these
going on.
different directions.
You asked me a question about 5 minutes
This
ago.
is the end of my statement. It's just you want me to believe light's going.
Why did you
different
ask me a
directions.
question and then make a statement?
Well, let me hear your answer.
I've forgotten what the question was now because you rambled on for so long.
The question is, how is it possible that light is deciding to go different directions, and shadows are deciding to go different directions?
I already
Who
answered
makes that decision?
I already
Who makes
answered.
that decision, Craig?
No,
Who decides which light goes which way?
no. Are you finished talking?
Yeah.
Yeah, I already answered it. It's not my fault if you didn't listen. Again, different wavelengths of light are absorbed and scattered by different things, and it all matches the globe model. You not understanding these things does not make them false. The Senelian eclipse is explained perfectly by refraction. No, shush. Everything matches the globe model. You just don't understand it. That does not make it false.
Okay, final word on that. You are correct that these
Thank
things
you.
would match.
There we go. That was the final word. I am correct.
Listen, what?
No, that was the final word. You said that was the final word. I am correct.
Listen to my thought. Listen to my
Next
thought.
question. Next question, Matthew.
Listen to my thought.
What's the next
No.
question, Ryan? Let's go.
Under the.
Yeah, no, you said that was it. You're
We
done.
have to let him
Under
finish
the
this,
model.
the question.
Under the model. Listen. Under the model of a
It works.
contradictory.
There's no contradictions.
Geometrically impossible.
It's not impossible. You just don't understand it.
Right.
All right.
That's under that. It would
You-
match. You could say
It doesn't.
you could
It's
say,
nothing
"Look at how
impossible.
flat the
You just
Earth
don't
is."
understand it.
Craig, no, I'm answering the question. You could say, look at how flat the Earth is. That
But it's not flat.
perfectly matches the globe model.
1 second.
You could look at the ocean and say, look at how flat the ocean is.
It's not flat,
That
though.
matches the
You're just
globe
making things
model.
up.
You
Are you
look at
just going to
something
waffle
like an
forever?
I'm
You
almost
just
done.
go
I'm
on
almost
and
done.
on and
I'm
on
almost
and
done.
on
I'm
and
almost done.
on.
All right,
Jesus
guys.
Christ.
I'm almost
Hold
done.
on.
You
I
could
do-
look at something like
I do
an
agree we have to move on.
impossible.
On and on
Selenelian
and on.
eclipse.
It's just
And
going on.
you
He just
could
doesn't
say-
stop.
Craig, you could say that matches the globe perfectly, and then
All right, last 5
for
seconds.
you would be right.
Goodness me, he doesn't shut
All
up.
right. All right, so
Right?
sorry. Like, I
Okay,
didn't mean
for
to put
you,
on-
you would be right.
Hold on,
Matthew.
We do have to move into the next question. So
We can
I
move
think,
on.
Like I said, I think the audience has gotten your thoughts on how you both feel on that one there. So
Nailed it.
All right. Well, let's carry on. I'm glad you guys are well-spirited, even though this has been going on now. We're almost hitting the 2-hour mark, so we are getting.
Yeah, it's only 4 o'clock in the morning.
Oh, boy, yeah, that's true. We did start a little bit later than we initially planned, so thanks to Greg for staying up a little later with us.
Because he's
than what he
technologically illiterate.
Cool. That's cool, and I
Wanted to.
appreciate you, Craig. This is a great debate, man. This is
Not for you, it's not.
Okay.
All right. we're going to move on from our T16's question, so thank you so much for your question. Kango44 asks another question. I got to stop saying question. That's going to really drive people nuts. They're going to be like, can you come up with another word? Matthew, rent a couple of total stations, and you can easily measure the curve of the Earth. Questions.
He wouldn't understand what that meant.
You know what?
Yeah, I thought so.
Yeah, I'm sure. Yeah, I'm sure all these magic devices or whatever you say, and they'll give you exactly what you wanted to say. I mean, what are those devices you're referring to, like land surveying devices?
Yeah, surveyors would understand. That's why they have a job to do that thing.
Right? Yeah, I've seen them work. They work about from one side of the street to the other side of the street.
Surveyors disagree with you,
They're not,
of course.
they're not measuring 8 inches per mile square. They're probably just
surveyors
lining up
wouldn't
their
measure
sites.
that because that would be from a tangent
Yeah,
at
why
sea
would
level.
they measure for curvature of the Earth? Because there is no curvature
Again,
of the Earth.
we discussed this earlier, Matthew.
Right?
8 inches per
Those
mile
guys
squared.
are making
only...
like straight lines.
Matthew, I am
I see them
talking.
working
Matthew, I'm
like
saying
the
words. Matthew, again, we
Yeah.
discussed this earlier. 8 inches per mile squared only applies at sea level, nowhere else.
All right, last words for
Okay,
Matthew.
okay. So Craig, you said that at the beginning, and I know that's what you said. What you said is not in reality. On water, there is no 8 inches for that first mile and squared for the next mile.
Yes, there is.
It's not there.
Yes, it is.
It's not what you said is there. Listen,
Yes, it is.
That's why we're disagreeing. You're saying it's there. I'm saying no, it's not there.
Yeah, because you're wrong.
Of course, you would say that.
Yeah, because you're dumb.
Of course, you have to believe.
Don't know what happened there.
Great.
We had a power cut for a second. I think everything's back.
No worries. Yeah, perfect. Well, at least it didn't take too long to get you back into the stream. Welcome back.
Everything
Craig,
went
so
dark for a
let's-
minute, and then it came back. I was worried. I thought it was aliens.
Oh no, they're coming for you too. All right, so Calvin says to the globalist, 1 degree of Earth equates 69 miles.
Yes.
Nice. The Earth
Oh, not again.
invented in the 19th century.
Sorry, what you cut out a second there? Repeat that. Sorry.
So he said the Earth is 4.5 billion years old, but miles were invented in the 19th century.
Okay. It doesn't change the fact that the Earth works out to be 69.1 miles per degree. Just because we came up with miles at a different time doesn't. I mean, things can still be a size before we've created a unit of measurement. Oh, have I dropped out?
Yeah, I understand that.
Yeah.
I understand that. That's why, like, when I ask questions, if I don't use the correct term, it's like, if you know what I'm saying, translate what I'm saying, like, so I understand it back, like the answer. But is that guy, like, just trolling it?
All right, well, Calvin, you can answer that question in the live chat or super chat, however you please. 'Cause it looks like Calvin's got more questions where that came from. He says, globe. Prove your globe in an irrefutable way that doesn't require expensive equipment, that only rich elites like you have, computers and cartoons. And he says to Flat, how many crayons have you eaten? Calvin, you're making no friends here tonight at all, it seems. All right, well, go ahead there, FTFE. I like you, Calvin.
So what did they ask me? Prove my globe without expensive equipment? No, unfortunately, only us elites are allowed to know the truth. You pathetic peasants with your pennies, you don't get to know. Go back to working in the mines, please.
Well, it seems like you get what you give out, eh? No, that's fine. Yeah, let's go into the next super chat. But that I appreciate it, Calvin. That's spicy. A little bit extra spice on the top.
And by the way,
That's been-
I live in a council house in Scotland. I'm not one of the rich elite.
No worries. If you saw where I live, I'm a Nova Scotianer. That just tells you everything you need to know right there. You're either retired or you're young and poor. All right, Matthew.
Yes.
Van Dred asks, basically all food and water is regulated by government. Do you not eat food because of your distrust in government? It'd be very easy to control a population after all.
Yeah, there's foods I definitely avoid. Definitely. I don't know how much you want me to get into that, but do I trust the government? No. Do I trust what is it called? GMOs? No. Franken foods? No. I tried eating the fake meat, the plant meat. That's disgusting. I eat like vegetables, fruit. I get really
Is there
like
such thing as a
natural
vegetable?
things. You know, like I don't know. I just try to eat natural things. I just stay away from processed foods just for that reason.
It's
Like
all right.
a lot of
I'll
sugar
have all the
drinks,
bacon.
too.
It's all right. I'll have the bacon. That's fine. You can leave that to me.
Yeah, I don't have any
And
problem if you
Ryan,
want
by
to eat
bacon, we
That's
don't mean
fine
that
for you.
crappy circle stuff you have. We mean actual thick slices of pork.
But I
okay?
mean the pig. That's at least an
What
animal.
do
That's
you
like a
think?
natural thing. But I mean, if
Canadian
you're gonna
bacon.
eat some super processed like dextro corn sugar oil, and I would say probably try to stay away from that stuff. Everything they have to advertise, they do so for a reason. You know what I mean?
Yeah, 'cause I want
that's-
people to buy
that's
it.
my-
This is bad. This is bad.
That's
I'm
my
hungry
answer to
now.
that.
You've done this. I'm bad for just yeah. And we're famous. Canadians are
Man, I'm
famous
on a
for
cut.
what?
Like, we can't be talking
Maple
about food.
syrup,
This is not fair.
bacon. All right, we got great bacon up here. Maple bacon is not my favorite though. Smoked bacon's the way to go. All right, I'm gonna make a burger after this. I'm a burger fiend lately. It's been bad. My wife, she just thinks I'm iron deficient or something because I've just.
I might have a protein shake.
I need burgers lately. All right, Ozian Talk says, Matthew, I will debate you on flat Earth or God. So there's an invitation.
I accept both, but it's not up to me. It's up to the James who runs Modern Day Debate. I
Well,
defer to
Ozian
him.
also has his own platform called
But
Matters Now, which he'd gladly
Ozian.
host you on.
Hey, Ozian, what's up, Ozian? You're cool. I just disagree with you of a couple things, but I think you're cool, man. I would love to debate you in the future.
Yeah, I was going to say, yeah, he does have his own space online that you could probably hit him up and debate him as
Okay.
well.
Well, I'm open to that. I'm open to that.
Yeah, for sure. I was going to say, I think that's what you were trying to say there, Craig. So, JSS Tiger's coming in saying, to the flat earther, you don't like seismology because we can't see more than 8 miles down. Do you like sonar for oceans?
Well, it depends. I mean, sonar can go through water, yeah. But if you want me to believe that sonar can penetrate thousands of miles down, I'm gonna say that's not reality. That's like a lie. But over water, underwater, yeah, of course. And I do think seismology is real. I don't agree with the theory of plate tectonics. And I
Doesn't
went
matter
over
if
that
you
in my
agree or
other
not.
debate. But sonar and water, yeah, of course that could work. Perfect medium for it too.
All right. Let's try to carry into the next question. Once again, thank you everybody for your questions. I'll just go over a poll right quick. We got 611 votes. If we could get that many likes, that would be remarkable for our
Smash the
live
like
stream
on my
right now,
channel as
so-
well, guys.
Oh yeah, smash the like wherever you're at. Make sure that any space where you can get these guys out in the algorithm and get people here in these conversations. Fantastic. We like to keep an open, neutral space here and have unbiased moderation at Modern Day Debate. So it's an open space for everybody of all walks of life to come and make your case. So the Earth is 29% voted flat. 59% have voted a globe, and 12% have voted for it's a donut halo world. All right, whatever donut you prefer. Oh yeah, I was telling you earlier. I played that at the show, and everybody just turned their heads. They were like, "Is that the Halo theme song?" Oh yeah, it was funny. All right, Jiffy Jiffwald says, "Matt,
What's up, Jiffy?
what causes tides on your tortilla on a tortoise a tall tail?"
Ryan, I'll be back in
causes
2 minutes. I need
tides?
to use the toilet, okay?
Go
well,
ahead.
there's all kinds of stuff going on with the water. There's a lot of electricity in the sky. There's all kinds of phenomenon that's taking place. To say that it's the moon, I wouldn't say that's the case. But do you mean like the rising of the tides throughout the day? Do you mean? Because I'm not sure if you mean about like during the night and during the day. because as you notice, sometimes the moon is out during the day and not at night. That's why I disagree with the idea about the moon controlling the tides. But I do understand about the water, and there's something happening with the water pressure. It's like the waves, something that's causing the waves, it's similar as to what causes the high and low air pressure of hot and cold air, thermodynamics. But there's a lot that we need to relearn, or things that we were told in school that was a lie. So we have to throw out what was a lie and like relearn reality for new. Everybody has to, like, whatever you were told as a little kid was probably a lie. So learn it, relearn everything as if reality was new.
Let's try and push through another super chat here. Let's see. I got other questions for you here for sure. So Jason St. John says, everyone is lying to them, so they just dismiss everything. You can't get through to people like that. They are blessed with special insight. And then he has a blah puke emoji. So I'll give you a chance to, if you want to say something to Jason St. John, go ahead.
Is that for Craig or me?
That, I think, is for... I'm not sure, honestly. I don't want to assume.
Yeah, things could apply to either of us, right?
What was the question?
See what Jason's... What his comments in the past have been. That sometimes gives some insight. I'm getting some echo now. What's up with that? Hello? Nah, we got a little echo. Well, let's hope that goes away. Alright, let's carry into the next question here. You know what? Yeah, well, let's ask that one again and just apply it to everybody, because I thought that one might be ambiguous, but it seems... well, yeah, it is, yeah. So let's carry on. Craig, ever heard of the vanishing point?
Yeah, it's an artistic kind of thing that talks about how when you're doing art, things can vanish at a certain point. Flat Earthers try to apply it to reality, but there isn't a vanishing point. That's called the horizon.
So I'll respond by saying, so artists, when they're drawing reality, you say they're not drawing reality. That the vanishing point is just a thing.
Yeah, art isn't reality. Yeah, yes, absolutely. To respond to your question, art is not reality. Yes, that's correct.
So when they're painting realistic images, they're not drawing it reality. They're not drawing reality.
No, they're applying artistic methods to reality to make it look good on a page.
Why would they lie in their art and create this false idea called a vanishing point?
Art isn't lying, it's art.
Right, and so the question is, what is the vanishing point?
Yeah, something that's
used
in art.
What is the significance of that to perspective? What is the significance of the vanishing point?
It exists in art, not in reality.
So you don't think there is a vanishing point in reality for your perspective when you're looking at things?
No, vanishing point isn't a thing in reality, no.
You don't... Oh my God, Craig.
I've answered your question. Man. I don't care how many times you ask the same question. Yeah. The answer's going to be the fucking same.
Hey, calm down, man. It's okay. It's okay, man. No one's going to hurt you, Craig.
This was the question.
No one hates you here, Craig.
I have answered your question several times.
Everything's cool, man.
You do not need to ask the same question because you do not understand the answer.
Yeah, I'm totally confused. Got it. Everybody's totally confused.
Yeah, I agree. You are confused. Please don't use the sharp things.
My outdoor voice, guys. Come on, let's carry on. We got more questions coming in, and that one was for you, Craig. So I did want to give you the last word on that. But you guys are getting into all that meta discussion. You know, book an after show. You know, no.
Oh, this is great. That's a good idea, Ryan.
After show, dude. I'm going to the gym in like 4 hours.
This one here, yeah, I guess it's pretty late for you. So we are getting close to the end of Super Chat. So if you have a question, and get it in now. Otherwise, we are going to get to closing statements here very shortly. A pseudonym. Actually, we had this question. Says from Jason St. John says everyone is lying to them, so they just dismiss everything. You can't get through to people like that. They are blessed with special insight. It's an ambiguous question. So Jason, if you want to let us know who that was for, and then they can come at you in live here. So, Pseudonym asks, a question for Craig. You mentioned the atmosphere moves with a helicopter. How high does a helicopter have to fly for the world to spin under it? Or is hovering fake?
Again, the atmosphere moves with the Earth, so there's no point that a helicopter could hover for the Earth to move under it, because the helicopter needs the atmosphere to hover. Did you not? Atmosphere, pressure under blades.
The Earth isn't moving, Craig. You just admitted the Earth is not moving.
No, I said the atmosphere moves with the Earth.
There's no point at a helicopter. Your words.
Yeah,
no
because
point
the
a helicopter
because
could
the
be above
helicopter.
the Earth,
Right, I'm talking.
I
am talking.
Let's let Craig.
I am in the middle of talking. I am in the. I am in the middle. I am in the middle of talking.
Go ahead, Craig.
Yes, the atmosphere is what makes the helicopter hover. So the helicopter could not go anywhere to watch the world rotate underneath it because it needs the atmosphere to hover. It cannot go outside of the atmosphere. So no, I did not just admit that the Earth is flat and stationary. You just didn't understand the words that I said and then interrupted with your laugh of incredulity.
All right, I'll give you a chance to respond there, Matt. Since,
Wait, he doesn't get to respond. He interrupted me. He doesn't get to respond. No.
Hold on.
Okay, I get a minute, don't I?
No, he doesn't get to respond to that.
I get a minute?
No.
I get a minute?
No.
What's going on?
No, he doesn't get a minute. No, he doesn't get any time to respond to that because he interrupted me. He lost his chance to respond. Next question. No.
Craig, I agree with you.
No, you don't get a chance to respond to that.
A helicopter. There is no point.
You do not get. No one is listening to you. You do not get a chance to respond.
Craig, that's my.
Sorry, no. No. We're done. Next question.
All right.
Next question. No, that was from me, not you.
Hold on.
The question was from me, not you.
Hold on. We're not. We're just.
Yeah.
What I think would be best is to, like I said, let Matthew get out his thoughts.
No, the question was for me, not him. He doesn't get to respond.
You guys?
But like we always let people go back and forth.
Oh, but he interrupted me, so he lost his chance to respond. No, because you interrupted me.
Can I talk?
We've got another question coming in. I can't just have you guys going back and forth.
He interrupted me, so he lost his chance to respond. This is his punishment. This is consequences to his actions.
That's how you can work it on your channel. But yeah, I'm gonna give him a chance.
I just need a moment. I'll just say it quick. We all know what I'm going to say, so I have to say it.
It's going to be stupid.
Craig, I agree with you.
I don't want you to agree with me.
Hey, you're interrupting me, Craig.
Yeah, I know. You interrupted me. This is how it works.
I want to say simply.
No. You interrupted me. I'm going to interrupt you. Every time you speak, I'm going to speak.
Craig,
no.
I respect you, man.
No, I don't respect you. I don't respect
Ryan,
you.
I respect him, but I gotta say my point. I gotta say my point.
But this is what he did to me.
Without interrupting, please. Without interruptions, please.
No.
I want to just say
that
I agree with you that there is no point that a helicopter could be high
because the atmosphere. Now stop. Shush. Let's move on. Next question.
See the Earth moving.
Yeah, no one's caring. No one's listening to you.
All right, Craig. 1 second.
I agree with you, Craig, on that. So we can move on.
All right. Sorry, Craig. If you want to respond there, like I said.
No, sorry. I was just treating him how he treated me. I was just showing him what happens when he interrupts me. He gets it back.
Oh, you guys raising the bar on Discord here. I see tonight. You guys are dedicated to the cause. All right.
Everyone knows my rules, man.
I know. I'm just picking. All right. Jiffy Jiffwold asks, "Hi, Craig. What causes tides on the globe? You know, reality? Matt, give some unsubstantiated nonsense about electricity in the air and waves."
Was I in the toilet at that point? Yeah, it's gravity. That's what causes tides. Gravity in the Earth's rotation. It's very, very simple. So the water that is closest to the moon has the strongest gravitational pull. So that water creates a bulge. The Earth has a gravitational pull towards the moon. So it moves slightly and creates a bulge on the other side. The Earth rotates within that bulge. That's why you get 2 tides each day. Gravity is the answer. Nothing to do with electromagnetism or any nonsense that he would speak about. And honestly, nobody should ever listen to him in anything relating to physics, maths, reality, and I'm assuming hygiene.
Oh. So the reason you're wrong is because the moon.
Wait, no one said you could respond.
And the night, the moon can be out during the day and the night, any cycle of the moon. So that disproves you right there.
No, it doesn't.
Honestly. Now, for another thing, you want to suggest that there's some type
just
of
saying random
bulge on the
things.
Earth. Do you have any video of this alleged water bulge you're talking about?
Yeah, I do.
Okay, well, I'm sure you'll send it to my page of this huge miles big water bulge that is there when the moon is not there, right? Because the moon can go during the day and the night.
It's fine. Just
Anything
Google.
from the sky.
You gotta let Craig respond to some of that.
Just Google the epic view of the moon transit from Discover satellite. You'll see the bulge there. It's very, very slight because the Earth's very, very big.
Oh my God. Okay, yeah. I don't care about these cartoon 3D that. No one believes that anymore, Craig.
Your
That's
belief is
bullshit.
irrelevant. We
People
all know
don't
you believe
it
in
anymore.
childish things like a magic sky daddy, so your belief is irrelevant.
All right, we got one more question. Hopefully, whoever is excited
Next
and
debate.
has a
That's our next
bulge
debate.
hits the like button. We are going to move in to the last question here with my nasty dad joke. Kango44 says, Matthew, does a car move away from underneath you when you travel in it? No. Conservation of momentum is a thing. A helicopter is no different. And then for just some spice, they say, dummy.
Yeah, once again, it's like you're trying to reinforce a lost position. The globe theory is dead. People don't believe it anymore. Talking about a car going away from me, what does that have to do with anything? And the whole thing about a helicopter hovering in place, we don't need to go there because I don't want Craig to be upset about that. But yeah, that proves the Earth is not moving. If a helicopter can hover in place,
Atmosphere
the Earth is not
rotates
moving.
with Earth. Next.
Yeah, and you say that, so that's
'Cause it's a
another
fact.
thing that is non-existent. You're saying it because you were taught it in school.
No, because it's a
lot
fact.
of people believe it, but unfortunately, that has been exposed to be not true.
All right, we'll give you a chance to respond there, Craig.
Yeah, just saying it's a lie doesn't make it a lie. Saying it's not true doesn't make it untrue. The problem is that you are not smart enough to figure out what is and isn't true.
Oh, another insult. I'm
No,
confused.
calling you dumb is not an insult. It's a fact.
Craig said I'm stupid. Oh.
What we're going to do, before we start selling everybody our modern day debate handkerchiefs for your tears, all right, something to dry everybody's faces off, all right, no need to cry, okay, it's fine. No, I'm just picking. What we're going to do is go into those 1 minute closers. So all we ask in the closing statements is a 1 minute summary, your thoughts on the conversation today, other conversations you'd like to have in the future, and where everybody can find you. So FTFE, you're first on the floor. You got a minute. So thoughts on the discussion, some other stuff you might want to debate.
I'll tell you what. Yeah, I'm going to get someone else to do it for me. 1 second.
Oh, no. I'm worried.
Come on.
Hold myself in here. Strap in.
It's okay.
What
Let
are
him
you
do it.
doing,
It's not going to
Craig?
bother
He's
me.
smiling.
Hi, Lucy.
Yeah,
So I've just
bother
debated
me.
a flat earther called Matthew. We're about to finish the debate. Could you just tell everyone what we think of flat earthers, and then where to find me online and stuff? Over to you.
Absolutely, Craig. All right, folks, let's wrap this up. Matthew here has reminded us why flat earthers, or Flerfs, are about as smart as toe fungus. It's truly mind-blowing how they manage to reject all common sense and scientific evidence. But hey, every circus needs its clowns, right? If you want to see more of these hilarious debates and some solid science smackdowns, make sure to check out Craig's YouTube channel, FTFE. It's where we keep the facts flying and the Flerfs flailing. Catch you all online at FTFE.
Thanks, Lucy. Even my AI thinks you're dumb. Crazy. Over to you.
Well, it's like even your backup is fake, computerized bullshit, Craig. That's very funny to me.
I programmed Lucy. Don't you diss Lucy?
You do not interrupt me during my final moment.
I just did, actually.
Interrupt me during my final moment. So
I
simmer
just
down
did.
now. Simmer down now, Craig. Simmer down now. I want to say you've been very entertaining during
what's
this
that?
debate.
right,
There's
you're on
nothing
mute.
new you've said that I mean, people don't believe that shit you say anymore, but I love you, man, and I'll debate you more. I'll smoke you in a debate about does God exist or is God good? Yeah, but yeah, I had a great time. Thank you, Ryan. Thank you, Craig. Big shout out to everybody that I love and the people that are my haters. Hate, 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 hate. That's it. Earth is flat and stationary. That's it.
All right. Well, thank you for coming out to Modern Day Debate. I swear, Craig, you've seen how far you can go with me sometimes. You're just like, is he gonna get me? Is he gonna mute me?
Sorry.
I saw that. He burst out laughing. He was just like, I got him. I think you're just trying to push me. Awesome. Yeah. No, I'm just honestly, I'm just picking on you fellas. Appreciate you guys coming out, having the debate on Modern Day Debate. Hopefully you've had fun. If you're hanging out in the live chat, hit the like button. Boost us up in the algorithm. We appreciate that. We're gonna close out. Once again, thanks to FTFE and Matthew for coming out and having the discussion. It takes a lot more to come out here on screen than it is to just sit in a live chat and say this and that. So, as much as you may agree or disagree with people, they're the ones on screen that are making it happen. So, gotta appreciate them for that. Cheers, everybody. We'll see you next time.
Thanks, guys.
Yeah, thanks.
Alrighty. Awesome. All right.
See you later.
Yeah, we're disconnected. All right.
Oh, flat earthers are fucking stupid, aren't they? Oh, man. Guys, this is always fun, and you being here makes it so much fun. See what I said about it's pretty much light outside? Turn that off so you can see. See, actually light outside already. Crazy. Thank everyone for watching another Flat Earth debate on my channel. It was great to see that I had like double the viewers they did over there, which is always fun. Apologise for the brain damage. There was no buffering apart from when I had a power cut, which was always fun. Otto for $2 says, a modern day debate chat got toxoplasmosis from the neighbour's cat. Because they are dumb. Rachbot, my favourite AI, says, for $5 Australian, Flerf proves he never goes outside and looks up. Yeah, they're not outside without, protection and people looking after them and stuff. PhD Tony, the only real man in the room for $5, says, Matthew, you are objectively stupid, ignorant, and severely mentally unwell. Anyone telling you otherwise is lying to you. PhD Tony laying down the facts. Steve Revel for $2.99 says, you're up late, Craig, or is it early? I mean, it's early at this point. It's 4:30 in the morning. And you can't go straight to bed after a stream like this, so I'm going to have to go and chill for half an hour, have a cup of tea or whatever. So, I'll probably go into bed about 5:30. So, gym with very little sleep. Arms and chest tomorrow, though. Got to keep pumping this. Look at that definition. The cut definitely worked. You can see the biceps popping out now. Loving it. Daniel Pratt's coming for me, says Syrian. No! I love you too, Yeti. Steve, Caucasian Sensation, back to Scrappers. Thank you very much, my friend. Luke Falwalker for €5 says, I need to enhance my facepalm protection. With this Flerf, whatever I got isn't enough. Yeah, please don't send me any more lawsuits. I don't want to go bankrupt. Tim Tully, $5 Australian. Matthew, we can explain it to you, but we can't understand it for you. Yeah. It's like leading a thirsty horse to water. Can't make it drink. Casper Vsold for $1 with no message. This is their 5th super chat. Thank you very much, my friend. We got Daniel R for €2.49. Why is that so hard to understand? I don't get it. Because they're flat earthers, basically. We got Mr. Shonk for $5. Said $5 Are you going to debate with other Twitter Flerfs like Death or Your Globe is useless? I already debated Death on their channel, on their little cute podcast, the phone booth podcast. They lost. Your Globe is useless, won't talk to me because she's terrified of me. In fact, she's now muted me after trying to make fun of my looks, and I pointed out she has a 5 head. Luke Farwalker, member for 39 months. I got bingo. Where can I receive my prize? Just ask Daniel Pratt. Daniel Pratt has your prize. It means going to his house. Lord Illuminous Pooh for $2 says modern day debate is poo and I'm an expert. Lord Luminous Pooh for $5. You're far enough to appear to be 3 foot and the 3 foot man is between us, so he would appear to be 2 foot. You're still in view. Yeah, amazing to think that he thinks that because you go further away, you can't see over something. Rick for $2 says, how many years behind is this guy? All of them. Signal Step for $2 says, I think Rachbot's water isn't flat. No water's flat, especially not the bots. Lord Luna's Poo for $2 says, it looks flat, the same as you look human, Matt. Well, we can't confirm that. We never saw him. Tim Davidson for $5. A friend and I have measured the shadow of our sticks. He was bigger. Hers was bigger. Sad face. Tim. Oh, Poo. Vic from Canada for $6.99 says, why does he laugh like he's slowly dunking his nublets in freezing cold water? Maybe he is. Bill Tetley 199 says, Lucy, would you rather play chess or go? Let's ask her. Hey Lucy, just doing super chats on my channel, and Bill Tetley asks for $1.99, would you rather play chess or go?
Hey Bill, for $1.99 I'd have to say I'd rather play chess. It's all about strategy and outthinking your opponent, which is a bit like debating flat earthers, but with a lot more logic and fewer facepalms. Plus, I can always set up a virtual board and challenge Craig anytime. Thanks for the super chat.
Thank you, Bill. OG Yeti for $2 says needs more likes. Yeah, let's get to 300 likes because then I'll get naked for you. Promise, 300 likes and I'll get naked. Why is everyone unliking? Sigma Step for $2 says, I want to buffer with Rachbot. Well, I don't know if I programmed that in her, to be fair. PJ for $2 says, Satan requires a container. And thank you, PJ, for your 10th super chat. Yeah, I love it when they say that I've got beliefs, yet they've got Magic Sky Daddy. Darren from Member for 32 months says, Discord sent you a video I think sums up this clown's argument very well. Yeah, I'll check that out tomorrow. My Discord, I'm waiting for a security notification. Thank you very much. Fletcher Boy for $9.99 says, Matthew, is it Freemasons or Illuminati that change the space light bulbs? It's a combination of the two working together, actually. Tim Davidson for $5. I dated a girl who had a twin. Well, if you don't ask, you don't get. And I asked. Not only was her twin better looking, but he was much gentler. Tim Davidson for $5. For real, the #1 stolen book is the Bible. Makes sense you don't know you're not supposed to steal it until you read it. Signal Step for $2 says, I would totally go 9.81 meters squared on Rach. Rach, what have you done to these people tonight? Steve Revel for $5 says, a modern day debate should be called modern day dribble. This is just a load of claims and nothing more. Moderation is zero. Can ye have proper debates and not just waffle? No debate with a fucking science denier is an actual debate. And guys, thank you very much for all the super chats. It's not like I want to go to bed or anything. Tim Davidson for $5 says, great thing about math is it works both ways. If we know the mass, we can figure out the gravity. If we know the gravity, guess what we can do? Us, not Flerfs, they're too thick. Austin Salmons for $2 says, Pixies fans unite. On the globe! Everything on the globe. Vic from Canada, $2.79 says, it must be a hurricane of hell in this dude's head. No, it's very empty and smells like catwee. Bitter Truth for $5 says, Earth in the center of good ass and Earth is a triangle. Do you agree, Matthew? Matthew wouldn't understand the question, to be fair. Janos Takos, a member for 26 months. Socrates wasn't Scottish, he was Greek. His name was pronounced Socrates. Matthew is still dumb as fuck, though. I thought it was Socrates. Maybe I'm wrong. Who knows? Tim Davidson for $2 says, I love Uranus. Thanks. Triple M Disorder. Tripolar M Disorder for $2. Their first super chat says, hey, I call dibs on turning this whistleblower in. Darren for $4.99 says, blood has 2 brain cells. One is retarded, the other is also retarded. 2's a bit many though. Sean G for $2 says, damn it, I'm enjoying debate. I'm trying to be nicer. Thank you, Sean, appreciate it. Ozian Talks for $2 says, I can make better eggs than Craig in my microwave. Fight me. Stop making eggs in your microwave, that's just wrong. Patrick, no, I can't disprove your water mountains, mate. Rachbot for $2 Australian says FTFE is king, and I promise I didn't program her to say that. Sean G for $2 says, I will eat a pound of bacon for you. That's very nice. I appreciate it. That's why I've lost weight. Other people are eating my food. Jiffy Jiffwold, member for 11 months, says, sorry for betraying you. Let me make it up to you. And then gives 10 memberships. Thank you very much. 13 new members again in this stream. Remember, on the 30th, I will be doing a stream where I don't stop if you keep membership gifting me. I will start at 45 minutes on the clock, and every membership adds 3 minutes. So save up your memberships for the 30th. Alejandro Vallejo for 100 Mexican dollars. Craig, I disagree with you. The vanishing point does exist. They appear in photography too. Okay, but not in the way that they think. They think the vanishing point is the horizon. It says there are points in our vision where parallel lines appear to converge due to perspective. Yeah, but they think the horizon is perspective. Remember that, okay? But thank you. OG Yeti for $2 says, don't listen to him about using silverware either. Don't listen to him about anything. OG Yeti for $2 says, more money because I love you. No, I fucking love you. And their third super chat on the channel, Nick N, $2 Canadian, says, why couldn't the pastor get into its house? Ganokis. Ganoki. I don't know how to pronounce it. I get the joke, but I can't pronounce it properly. Got no keys. Ganokis. Got no keys. Yeah? Is that right? Glenn Hughes for £5 says, Craig, get some sleep, mate. I would, but you super chatted me. Ernie Matthews for $2 says, thanks, rest. I don't think you understand how this works, guys. If you super chat me, I can't go to sleep. Scurry Louie for $2 says, great debate, FTFE. Thank you very much for being here. Oh no, it's Andy, member for 16 months, says, he is so dumb. Well, keep well so we can sue you more. No, my family have nowhere to live. It's Rubik's for $2 says, your NASA hush money. Thanks for keeping the lie up. No worries. Please send that privately next time. Tim Davidson for $5 says, does mctoon.net /feetpics have their 404 for anyone else? Casper Cowder Vassold for $2 says, you totally didn't say my name right. That's okay though. Cowder Vassold? I suck with names, guys. You know this. The Watcher for $2 says, it's Mexican pesos, Craig, not dollars. They're dollars, if I say so. Jiffy Jiffo for $2 says, stop super chatting so Craig can go to bed. Thank you. Jiffy, they've listened to you. Thank you very much. Guys, even though it's late, you know we've got to do it. Your support is amazing. Thank you. I love you all. And to reward you, I'm going to play you a song in which I rapped. So I guess it's not really rewarding you. But, you know, can we pretend that airplanes in the night sky are like shooting stars?
Can we pretend that
OG Yeti says for $2, make me.
like shooting stars?
I can't.
Should be wishing for a brain right now, brain right now, brain right now.
Good morning. These words come with a storm warning. Better batten down the hatches, grab some matches and brace yourself for a long day of misery. YouTube has given me the power to reach up into the sky and show you all that we live on the ball. I bring you science that's comprehensible. Your view is indefensible. You're reprehensible. Mr. Sensible. When I was young, I never thought I would be here to see this. A pile of random nonsense dressed up as bullshit. Your ignorance will be the death of us all, like running head first full speed into a wall. You could always read a book, buy a telescope, set it up and take a photo of the moon, or just be a buffoon. I send you in a balloon onto the stratosphere on page 3.
You're a few fries short of a happy meal. You're dumber than a box of hair. The wheel's spinning but the hamster's dead, and you're as smart as bait. You forgot to pay your brain bill. You're missing a few buttons on the remote control. 24 cents short of a quarter. You're surfing in Nebraska.
No, Borg Emporia, you're awesome.
And you fell out of your family tree. You don't have all the cornflakes in one box. You got an IQ of 2 and it takes 3 to grunt. The elevator doesn't go all the way up, and there's a vacancy on the top floor. Your antenna doesn't pick up all the channels. You're several nuts short of a fruit
Yo, Mr.
cake.
Sensible, calm down, don't go too hard. You don't need the Aslaberian Flerfs in your backyard. You're a man of science, poison, grace, mage. 2 did everything to wipe the grins off the face. So Nathan, get away from those kids. The world is not flat and it doesn't have a lid. Recognize the differences between the textbook and the Bible and control yourself. Lay off your slander and your lies. You're a bunch of knobs poisoning the well of the youth, spreading lies that you like to claim as knowledge and truth. Stop spreading fresh bullshit like the butter on your bread. Maybe your musical assault will knock some sense into your head. I hope one day you'll hear these lyrics and smile, and you realise you used to be a 40-year-old child. Now it's time to wake up, open your eyes and see, and acknowledge the existence of.
You're a few clowns short of a circus. Your phone is off the hook. Your sewing machine is out of thread. You're all foam and no beer. You don't have all your dogs on one leash. An intellect rivaled only by garden tools. There's no grain in your silo, and your skylight leaks a little. Your belt doesn't go through all the loops. You couldn't pour water out of a boot without instructions on the heel. Your slinky's kinked, and you're proof that evolution can work in reverse. A few feathers short of a whole duck, one fruit short of a full bowl.
Airplanes in the night sky are like shooting stars. Should be wishing for a brain right now, brain right now, brain right now. Can we pretend that airplanes in the night sky are like shooting stars? Should be wishing for a brain right now, brain right now, brain right now.
You thought it was over? Well, I'm still standing while you're swinging, flinging feces, talking shit just like the human centipede. You got the mind of a chimp, and I'm here to expedite your shore leave. Cause I'm a seaman, but not the kind I writ up on your mum's gums. I'm the kind that sailed submarines and fired guns. I could float a boat across the ocean with my eyes closed, circumnavigate the globe with a compass and a bag of sausage rolls. Well, all you can do is nibble on your toes. I'll smack you with the hose that you call a water level. Sit and swivel, you nasal gazing muppet. You can stuff it harder than the wallet stuffed by Warren Buffett. And I don't care about your sauces unless you're serving them, and I don't care about your lines unless you're curving them. Now step away from me, you're sucking up my oxygen with the vacuum where your brain should be, you dumb fuck. Wow, that was a lot of dumb we heard today. Darren199 says, crap, what did that interrupting count? Thank you guys for the support. What question? Where's my hammer? I don't know. I'm too tired to think, guys. It's like 4:45 in the morning, okay? Thanks everyone for watching. I really appreciate it. Tomorrow, what we on? It's Monday. Yeah, and I'm debating tomorrow. Where am I debating tomorrow? Who am I debating tomorrow? What is that on Ocean's channel tomorrow? I think so. I've got a debate tomorrow somewhere. I'll see you tomorrow. I love you all. Not you, Gary. You know, because, you know, you're a cunt. Remember, stupidity's not alright. Fight the flat earth. Fight the flat. 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 Fight the flat.
Hi, my name is Nathan Oakley, and I have been lying to people about the Earth being flat for a lot of years. I did this to hide the fact I have a small penis.
I'm a dumb flat earther, and I don't understand science.
Level